Hi, how you guys doing? Welcome to the stream. Uh, so yeah, there's like major news going on, and apparently a suspect has been arrested. Some daddy's baby girl said I'm hearing now is three people in connection. So we're gonna talk about it. I'm honestly like frazzled all over the place. We'll give it a minute for people to join. Let me tell people in the other chat that we're here. I have no notifications, by the way. No notifications. Let's see here. Figure we could chat though, and maybe we'll promote. I should. Oh hell no! They sending me the picture of this guy. So let me send this in the admin chat. So there was a name going around that all these people were saying, but apparently was wrong. And so the people were going. I forgot the name. They were saying Jason, or I don't want to say the full name, Jason, or whatever. I think it was Jason. They were coming for Homeboy. That had nothing to do with it. Apparently, I don't think he did. It's another name now, and the other name is actually in the news. Let me just show that. And um, Diggs found this article. Just give me a second. I want to show them. This is the picture. Diggs was looking into this guy. Let me see if I can paste it. Check the admin chat. So, all right. Let's get into the name that's being talked about officially in the media. And so, was there a video up too?
This morning, a new
It's probably an old video.
nude call for social media content. Picture.
But the article is updated. A lot of times the articles, they'll just update it and put like an old video on there. New information. And so a 28-year-old man, which I kept hearing 25, a 28-year-old man was, is action news reliable? ABC 6, I would think so. Yeah, it's an official website. It's a local website, a local media station. Ponoco, Pennsylvania, 28-year-old man was arrested Friday in Ponoco's in connection with the murders of four University of Idaho students. Law enforcement sources told ABC News. ABC News or Action News has confirmed the man's name is Bryan Kohberger. This is what the website is saying. Yeah, I had heard officially, not officially, initially. Pardon me, I haven't slept much. Initially, I had heard the guy was 25, but this one says 28. A SWAT team entered into the location of Kohberger was staying in and took him into custody, sources say. Kohberger was apprehended by Pennsylvania State Police and the FBI. He appeared before a judge in Pennsylvania on Friday morning. Court documents show the judge ordered Kohberger's extradition to Idaho, where he will face criminal charges. And let me just, before I show the face. So this is really interesting. So let me show you. There's a lot of weird. Okay, Jazz, can you give me a thumbnail with this guy's picture now? Can we update it with the picture in the admin chat? Can we do that, please? And then I'll show you guys this picture. Let me type this guy's name in. Let's see if it's spreading around more. "17 minutes ago." Yeah, it's getting around now more. So we can go with that name. So yeah, please, if you can get me that thumbnail. And more outlets are starting to report it now too. Arrest paperwork filed. So the other person, I just really want to caution people, for everybody that's saying this guy Jason is involved in this. I haven't seen that officially anywhere. This is the name so far that I'm seeing officially. Bryan Christopher Kohberger. The other guy is getting harassed and all kinds of shit, I hear. But that's a name that people came up with because I guess they just searched people that were arrested. And the other person was a name that came up and they just said, that's that guy. You know, I'm like, oh shit. So hold on. Let's get the bits of information that come in. Everybody's saying Bryan. Okay, so let me update the title too. 1 second here. Suspect arrested. And if you guys could help me out with the likes as well while I get situated. I was just going to come on later when the press conference happens, but a lot of people were telling me, and there's really interesting stuff that's popping up that we got to talk about with this guy. But I was going to wait till later, but you guys are like, yo, I want to come on now. Let's just come on. Let's talk about it. So F it. We're here, right? Subject arrested, Bryan Kohberger. Okay. All right. So let me get the image that I have here so far, and then let's dig into this guy a little bit. All right, so did I save it? And in a second, I'm going to start checking out. Once I get situated, I'm going to check out what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me get my screen set up here. I want to hear from you guys as well. But yeah, we definitely, I mean, I always caution that we got to be careful when people are being named. You know, there's some other guy they were mentioning, and I don't believe that guy had any involvement. And actually, I thought Diggs had told me they pulled up the other guy's charges, and it wasn't related to anything with this. You know, so some other guy, I hear they're blowing up this guy's Facebook and shit. That's my friend from the news texting me now too. Oh shit. So this is the guy right here. Okay, I updated the title, the thumbnail. There's a really interesting Reddit post. I'm kind of giving it some time. Thank you, Jazz, so much for that. I'm giving a little bit of time for people to join before we kind of dive in a bit to some of the things that are developing. I'm kind of glad I waited a little bit. So we can get some information about this guy in a picture. And also, so yeah. Let me send this picture to her. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's amazing. We got people in here. No notifications. Thank you for coming. So, all right. So there's multiple sources now reporting this, okay? Bryan Kohberger, all right? This is ABC Action News, the 28-year-old man, which I heard 25 at first. There's been rumors thank you, G.A. Peach says he is a PhD student at WSU. He's something. I saw he was like we're gonna have to get into that in a second. A 28-year-old man was arrested on Friday in Ponticles in connection with the murders of the 4 University of Idaho students, law enforcement sources tell ABC News. Action News has confirmed the man's name is Bryan Kohberger. Sources say that authorities knew who they were looking for and had tracked Kohberger, so apparently they knew. And honestly, I was of the belief that these guys didn't have nothing, to be honest with you. It was my thought that police didn't have much. But it says here that authorities knew who they were looking for and had tracked Kohberger down to the Pocono Mountains, or Pocono, however you say it, Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania. A SWAT team entered the location Kohberger was staying in and took him into custody. Kohberger was apprehended in Pennsylvania State Police was apprehended by the Pennsylvania State Police and the FBI. He appeared before a judge in Pennsylvania on Friday morning. Court documents show the judge ordered Kohberger's extradition to Idaho, where he will face criminal charges. So this is freaking big. Also, there was a lot of confusion, and I understand because there's actually like 2 time zones in Idaho. And so people are like, when is the conference? When is the conference? It's 4 p.m. Eastern. So I will be streaming. I'm sure as everybody else and their mama is going to be streaming. But if you guys want to join me there later, I have this stream set up already. So later on, we'll do that, and I'll link everybody to their after at the end of the stream. And this is the picture, one of the pictures that we've gotten so far in this guy. And apparently, this guy had made a Reddit post, which is you're gonna have to check this shit out. There's the roster where I got the images from. We're gonna check out the Reddit post. Let me call. Let's see real quick. It's gonna be crazy right now. Diggs.
Hello.
All right, you're on air.
Oh my gosh! Hi.
Tell me about this roster shit that you pulled up.
The arrest one or his?
The students thing.
Okay, so on the student one, when I googled his name, he was a Washington State University student for a criminal justice PhD major. What was weird is they already disabled it. You can't like click on it. It wouldn't let me. Mm-hmm. So I had to send you the screenshots. And
so he's already disabled on the website?
It looks like he's already disabled, at least for me. But what's crazy is I even said to Mo, I called her quickly and was like, we know that people that have these crazy thoughts sometimes get into these fields, and that's why we end up with so many corrupt cops, is they have all of these things. They want to be in those positions of power. So it was crazy to me to see that he was in a field.
So these screenshots, because the website don't even look like it's working right to me right now. I'm trying to load it up. Don't even want to load up. But you took these screenshots, right?
Yes, I sent you screenshots, and I'll send it to you again right now in the link.
Okay, on Discord. And so this picture, his picture used to be, they like what? They took his picture down or something?
It's disabled, so you can't click on it, but you can still see it on the screenshot.
Oh, okay. All right. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I got to step away. 1 second. That's it? Diggs?
Yes.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. I'll hit you up with anything then. All right. Sorry, guys. I had a knock on the door. So the other pictures, let me show you the rest of this stuff. The guy looks like a weirdo. We're going to take a look at his Reddit post. I mean, the initial guy that people were accusing that apparently is not the right person. That guy looked like an incel, the original guy. I don't know if incel has a particular look, but graduate students, Department of Criminal Justice. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I sent you pics on Facebook. Okay. Where my messenger? I'm going to try to take a look. Once I get through the Reddit post and some of the pictures, I'll start taking a look at what you guys found as well. Let me see if I can open up my messenger. I'm going to start doing that next. He probably maybe purple. That's the roster images. Okay. Oh, here's the website. Send you a screenshot in Discord with his picture. KK. Okay. If you're sending it to me, you better please DM it to me if you're an admin, because it'll be a lot easier for me to see. And I guess there's people trying to say it's not the same guy. It is the same guy. The same guy that we're talking about right here. Same dude. It's the guy that's arrested. Somebody said they get Dahmer vibes. He does kind of look. I mean, I don't know. In this one, he looks older, but they're saying, how old did he say he is? They said he's like WSU Pullman, Washington State University. Maybe the tarot card reader, maybe she's going to say her reading was off and she actually meant to go for this guy or something. They say this guy is 28 years old. Yeah, they're saying he's 28. The guy's name is Bryan Kohberger. So let's get to the Reddit post too. This was really interesting. And Jazz, I think Jazz had found this, or somebody had found this. Fresha, Jazz. Oh, Fresha, welcome back, man. I hope you're doing great. So you actually have some court documents here? Ooh. Okay, all right. This is perfect. Let's start over here. So for the people that still think it's fake. They think the fake is real and the real is fake. Amazing. Amazing. All right, so let's do these court documents here. Let me change this. I'm gonna show you the freshest post, and then we'll get to the Reddit stuff. And just bear with me as things are coming in. Okay, so the court documents, and then we'll do Reddit. I haven't really looked at this. I'm just looking at this for the first time now. And it's exactly what the news article that we just read says, literally in this court documentation. Court of Common Pleas in Monroe County, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Bryan Christopher Kohberger, 12/30/2022. Okay. And let's scroll down a little bit. Case status. It says here closed, and it's because I guess they're transferring, I'm assuming. It says 12/30/2022 completed processing status. Arrest date 12/30/2022. Awaiting extradition, like the article said. Monroe County Prison, County Correctional Facility, 12/30/2022. Bryan Kohberger. Arrest prior to requisition. Offense date 12/30. Let's take a look at the second page. I actually won't back down. She already said prior that if they get someone, they are wrong. Bless it. Really? She's still going hard? The tarot card reader? I was told that tarot card reader now apparently is using the words allegedly. I don't know, somebody maybe got to her. I don't know if that's true. I can't see that lady doing that. That'd be interesting. We might have to check on Ashley later and see how she's doing. Okay, page 2 of 2. Okay, let's see. Miscellaneous document, page 2 of 2. Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Bryan. Okay, lower court deposition, arrest prior to requisition. Order denying motion to set bail. So they denied bail. Order granting extradition. Okay. Original papers received from the lower court. I'm going to take a look at the third paper here. Let's see. Kind of the same thing here. Okay, so that's nice. Thank you so much, Fresha. Some official. Pullman, Washington is where WSU is. All right, so there's more. There's stuff that's kind of weird. There is more stuff, and I'm sure as we're streaming, there's probably going to be more that comes out. So that's the official court, some of the paperwork. I don't know if court documents, but really paperwork that corroborates this article here. And like I said, there's more and more media like starting to report it, that this is the guy. So it's really important that we can correct this as we can. And the other guy, as far as I know, is not connected. So a lot of people were going for the wrong guy. They're putting this guy's picture out there. I was like, oh, Lord almighty. We're going for the wrong guy. I'll slow the chat a little bit down. Thank you for the stars on Facebook, Randy. Denise, thank you for the super chat. Says, please slow the chat down. I just slowed it down a little bit, but if you need me to slow it down more, let me know. Yeah, isn't it crazy? Vicky says, oh my God, he majored in criminal and law at WSU Pullman, right? Isn't that nuts? I only hear it's one person. The two others are said to be. Is it so? The people that are saying that there's two other people, can you send me? There was 3 people arrested. Can you send me information about that? Because I believe that they were falsely. One of the guys earlier is not actually even related to this thing. Okay, and Bryan Enton confirmed it as well. Amazing. 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 We got BE confirmation, News Nation confirmation, Bryan Christopher Kohberger mugshot, okay? One second. You just want me to slow down the chat more? So this guy, it would be interesting to know somebody, maybe from this. What did he do? Criminal something? It would be interesting to have somebody on to talk about that. What kind of experience might he have had? Like, I know they're not trained to like commit crimes, but like maybe he had some sort of inside knowledge and try to kind of like how to get away with stuff or how to maybe avoid certain things. Let me update the thumbnail again one more time. And and if you guys could hit like, please. I see a lot of people in here. I appreciate that. I had no notifications this morning, so if you guys could hit like, it really helps out in the algorithm. I'd appreciate that. Okay. It says arrest paperwork filed in Monroe County, Pennsylvania shows 28-year-old Bryan Christopher Kohberger is being held for extradition. What we just saw. All right. On my way to he's going to Pennsylvania. Damn, Bryan's going out there. Oh, News Nation will carry the press conference live. Okay, so we have more and more confirmation. I haven't seen anywhere about multiple suspects. I don't know if that multiple suspects is coming from the fact that like there was some other guy that was being accused this morning that people thought was related just because he was arrested. But I haven't seen any confirmation. This is the only person so far that I've seen confirmed, guys. That could change, but this is the only person right now. So, like, you know. All right. Let's get on to the Reddit post. So apparently this guy made a Reddit post. Let's see. Let me look here. Multiple people had sent me this. I really thank you guys, the admins. Appreciate the information and help. Okay. So apparently, yeah, this is from this guy. Bruh, check this out. Because at the bottom it says student investigator Bryan Kohberger. Check this ish out. 212 days ago. All right. Research participation needed. Hello, my name is Bryan, and I'm inviting you to participate in a research project that seeks to understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. In particular, this study seeks to understand the story behind your most recent criminal offense, with an emphasis on your thoughts and feelings throughout your experience. In the event that your most recent offense was not one that led to a conviction, you may still participate. Additional surveys are included after the open-ended section as to best understand your unique traits. The study should take about 15 to 20 minutes to fully complete. Your identity and all answers provided are completely confidential, and the link to the survey is also an anonymous link. This research has been approved by the DeSales University IRB. Participants must be 18 years of age and older. If you opt out to participate, you may terminate participation at any time and any reason. If you have any questions about this research, you may contact the research team via email. And the student investigator, Bryan Kohberger. And, well, that's a good question, too. So JC says, I saw a post that the Elantra was where he was when he was arrested. Unconfirmed, though. And that's what makes me wonder, yeah, how does the Elantra come into play? with this guy? Did he own that vehicle? Does he? What's the connection there? And this was posted 212 days ago. They sent me the screenshot today. That's a really good question too. Deb Wags, does he know? Does anyone know if he knows the Idaho 4? Love you, Mel. Thank you for the super chat. That's a good question. How does he know these people? And does he? Was he just like following their social media? Ryan DeWitt. Oh man, thank you, Ryan, so much. Appreciate the super chat. He says, incredible video. Love the deep dive. That's the guy from Data Seal. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that, man. And honestly, like, I really wasn't expecting to jump on because there's so little coming out, but people are now, I guess, digging up this guy's profile and information and online digital footprints. Denise here says, Mel, thank you for keeping us updated on this case. Amazing. No problem. Thank you. Let me see. And Deb Wag says, does anyone know? Okay, I got that already. And hey, Sonny, thank you for the membership. All right, let me see if anything else is coming out on this guy. Bryan Kohberger. And if we have, like, what's his, does he have Facebook? What's his Facebook? Oh, here we go. We already got a heavy article. I love reading the heavy articles. Let's do that. Okay. So this just came out. 5 fast facts you need to know. This is the guy right here. Oh, there's another picture I haven't seen. So far I've seen a couple of pictures. We got now this new one here. We got the mugshot. Diggs, I think, pulled this off of the website. The Department of Criminal Justice. This guy was listed on the Washington State University, but it's like right now it's, I don't know if they removed his listing. It's just not clickable. You know, maybe they're catching on. Maybe everybody's clicking this guy's name. And so more and more is coming out about him. Let's see. Okay, so Bryan is the suspect and criminology graduate student who is accused. That's not crazy. How crazy is that? Accused in the stabbing deaths of the 4 University of Idaho students who were killed in Moscow, Idaho. Kohberger, 28, was arrested December 30th, 2022 in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, court records show. His name was first confirmed by WPVI, a Philadelphia news station. So again, for all the people that are watching, the new people that are joining, this is the only confirmed person that I've seen. I've seen other names popping up, and I don't think that's the right people, the other names that are coming up besides this. And so just be cautious because I hear those other people, they're coming for those other people. I haven't heard that there's 2 arrests, 3 arrests, 4 arrests, blah, blah, blah. The paperwork that I've seen and the one name that I've seen is this guy, Bryan. Not to say there won't be more coming out, but this is all I've seen. And they captioned Bryan Enton's tweet. The mugshot. We just saw that already. Conference coming later. He's facing extradition on murder charges. Kohberger, an Albrightsville, Pennsylvania native, is a graduate student at Washington State University in Pullman, Washington, which is interesting. I feel like we've heard Pullman so many times. Not far from Moscow. According to the WSU website, Kohberger is pursuing his PhD in criminal justice and criminology. Wow. The deaths have roiled the campus town. The 4 friends were found inside a home. According to previous statements from police who created a website to debunk rumors and give out information as the community was gripped in fear, the deaths were previously ruled homicides, police said. All right, so we know all that stuff. Cause of death, stabbing. Oh, is this another picture? Let me move to this side. Here's another picture. I don't know. Look at this guy's face. Oh. Somebody said Dexter wannabe. Washington State University. NBC first broke the story that a man was in custody in the Idaho murders and later also named him as Bryan Kohberger. Kohberger was referred to the NBC Philadelphia story as a person of interest. Authorities have not yet confirmed the arrest. NBC New York called the man a suspect in its headline. According to NBC, Kohberger is in custody in Monroe County, Pennsylvania. According to the NBC Philadelphia story, which broke December 30th, Kohberger was taken into custody near the Pocono Mountains in connections with the November 13 Moscow homicides. So we're going to be back later for that press conference, of course, which I'm curious as to what they're going to tell us, what they're going to give us. Is it just going to be to announce this guy? Are they going to give us a little bit more details as to how they came to this, or like how he possibly knew? Is there things that they can tell us without like compromising the investigation or the trial or whatever? I hope that they give us things that's not going to compromise it, just to give us some answers if possible. They don't owe us answers, but I don't know. It would be nice to maybe know some stuff, maybe how this guy came to these kids, So the press conference is later. Let's see. 1 p.m. Pacific time, which will be 4 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be on 3:30 Eastern, 30 minutes early. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I mean, what else is this press conference going to be? And I did see some sort of screenshot to a Reddit post where somebody was like, there's going to be an arrest. I think that person said after New Year's or before New Year's or something like that. And so maybe I guess that post was accurate. I saw that somewhere. Okay. What is this? Police Chief James Fry said that November 20th, 2022, a press conference after the murders have shaken the community. He called it a complex and terrible crime that would take time to resolve. And I thought it was going to take longer. Moscow Police Captain Roger Lehner said in the news conference that on the evening of November 12th, Goncalves and Mogen were at a local... Well, we know all this. Timeline, all this stuff. Okay. And the other thing, too, is are they going to release those 911 calls or not? I don't see them doing it. I mean, maybe now that they caught the guy, maybe they would. That would be interesting too. But maybe they'll wait for the trial and stuff. And so I don't know. Maybe this will offer some relief to all the people that have been accused and stuff. Okay. This is all just stuff we've kind of seen already. Okay. Let's see what else we can get on this guy. Let me check my messages too, because I know a lot of people are messaging me. Let's see what the internet has found. Whoa. Yeah, it's not the right guy, but that is interesting. It was just weird. Okay, let's see. Lori's calling. Hello? Shit, I don't know. That's a good question for the chat. Maybe I can do a poll on that. Or maybe both. I'm live, right? I'm live, right? I'm live right now. Yeah, I'm live. Almost 7,000 people. Okay. All right. We'll talk. Bye. What do you guys think as far as and it could be both, but let me see. I'm going to ask you guys in the chat. And can you be both? It's possible to be both. Maybe I'll put both to the option. Incel, stalker, or both. or neither. Is that too many options? I don't know. Could this guy have been in the town? Like, could this guy have been creeping the bars and stuff? You know, like, could this guy just be one of those people just... Okay. Car info. They have the car. Let's check it out. Oh, so this is... Okay, this is this guy's Instagram. Who sent this? Dig sent this, okay. Hello? So, is there an article on it? Okay, all right, great, thank you. Okay, so apparently they got the car. Ooh, okay, let's see, hold on a second. Oh, sorry. Well, let's see. The Hyundai Elantra was taken away. Oh, wow. Okay, so things are kind of coming together. Ooh. Let me see the poll. I mean, I probably put too many questions, but... So 9% say incel. People aren't really going with the incel, but... Well, people say 22% say stalker, and then 39% say both, and 28% say neither. Look at IG followers. Okay, well, I don't know if will they let me look at that? The account is private. Not too many things open. Let me close some of these windows out. So the Hyundai, damn, 1,000 people, 1,100 people voted. 39% say both. All right, you want me to read the article? Let's watch the video first. Let's see what the video says, and then I'll read the article.
Connection to the November murders of 4 students attending the University of Idaho. We're going to hear from the police department there this afternoon, but right now our Tom Winter joins us on the phone with the latest. So, Tom, this has been a mystery that's been ongoing for weeks in Idaho. What can you tell us about what police have been able to uncover?
Right. So, as you said, this has been going on now for over a month. This is an investigation that has obviously now spanned across the country. The arrest made at some point here in the last 24 hours. Our understanding is the suspect, who is a man, and we don't have a lot of other details about this individual at this point, was presented in court in Monroe County, Pennsylvania earlier today in connection with this quadruple homicide of these 4 University of Idaho students. It's not clear to us what the specific charges are and what this individual's connection to the case is, and whether or not they have any sort of connection to the university. We're still reporting those details out, and I don't want to put out any information that may be inaccurate, but obviously a tremendous relief, particularly at this time of year and after what these families, the Chapin, Mogen, Kernodle, and Goncalves families have been through, to now have an arrest in this case. It is our understanding, as police have been briefing on this investigation over the past several weeks, that the FBI was involved. They said that they were helping them out, and it is our understanding that the FBI was involved in some way in the arrest this morning in taking the person into custody. It's unclear whether there will be federal charges or state charges. I did talk to the Moscow, Idaho Police Department while we were in a commercial break. They're not yet confirming any details on it, but did point us to this press conference that's being held at 4 p.m. today, as you referenced. So presumably we'll get more details then. Presumably we'll get more details on any potential charges. And obviously we're continuing to report this out. Our first lead on this came from veteran crime reporter reporter Deanna Durante at our station in Philadelphia, WCAU, and myself, along with Jonathan Dienst, working on the details here and confirming this arrest. But as far as the specifics, how they were able to get onto this individual, and if in fact this individual is responsible solely for the homicides, those are all details that are going to come, I think, into more focus here in the coming couple hours.
Yeah, and Tom, I know you don't want to speculate, but just the fact that the arrest was made in Pennsylvania, thousands of miles away from Idaho, that in itself at least gives us a little bit of insight as just to how vast this investigation must have been.
Correct. And so, was it any sort of information where obviously police have been asking for, urging for any sort of tips or information from the public? Did they get a tip off to this individual? Was there travel involving this individual? To your point, the fact that this arrest was made in the northeastern part of Pennsylvania. So was there any sort of a we know obviously in this day and age it's tough to make it across the country without being picked up on some sort of license plate reader, toll booths, etc. Was there information on travel that helped lead to this person, or was it something that we haven't mentioned and haven't even thought of yet? Those are all details that'll come out obviously at the press conference, and then the court paperwork when we get it, and hopefully that'll be soon.
One day, I will.
Okay, I'm going to read the article about the Elantra. I also wanted to kind of plug in the school, Idaho, University of Idaho. And then Washington State. Pullman. So it's really not far. So I want to show you guys this too, so we can get kind of a visual. I mean, it's 3. Oh, that's on foot. Hold on. Is that on foot? Nobody walking all that way. Let's see. It's actually really close. I mean, it's not that. Check this out. From where this guy had gone to school. I mean, I just wonder, but he was arrested in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna have to find out, see if we can find out the address for, or the location for where he was arrested from, so we can see how far. Maybe he was on the run. Yeah, because Pennsylvania is way out there. So the school he was going to was close. He must have had seen these girls somewhere, All right, let's get to the article. So the suspect was taken into custody. We know that 28-year-old Bryan. Judge ordered the extradition. We've covered that. We know about the press conference. So this is the new information now, is that a Hyundai Elantra was taken away from the person's home. So the police have been on it, I guess. Honestly, the police have been on it. The Hyundai Elantra was taken away from the person's home in Pennsylvania on Friday. Law enforcement sources said police in Moscow had been looking for a white Hyundai Elantra as a possible piece of evidence. And here's the victims. Okay. Authorities believe they were killed inside the apartment house while they slept, although some had defensive wounds. Oh no, that was for the other guy. Never mind. Police were also looking for the weapon, which I wonder about the weapon now, too. Believed to be a large knife. I wonder if this guy still had the weapon on him, wherever he was living, in the vehicle, or did he discard of this weapon? Let's see what else. Okay. So that's really interesting. So they got the Hyundai. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Poconos. Let's do that real quick. Thank you for that. Let me pull that up in the map. Let's see. Damn, bro. Woof. Yeah, so what was he doing all the way over there? And you know what? I'm very curious now. I should do a little. See if I can run a little. Might take a little time, but I don't want to hold people up. But I can run a little background. Just curious what addresses pop up for this guy. Bryan. Just kind of curious. I didn't find him with that. Hello? Oh, that's what they're saying. So they're saying he was arrested in his parents' house. Okay. Do we have an article for that somewhere? That's where you just hear. That's what the word is, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see that Alan check. Case. Okay. Thanks, Flossie. True. If we get left for the break for for Thanksgiving or Christmas break too, I guess, right? Or they never went back. Yeah. Okay. 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 Thanks. Bye. And KCL said that they found him through his DNA, supposedly, and the trash at his parents' house had a lot of video footage of the white Elantra. That would be interesting. Yeah, can we get some more info? All right. Okay. So all this stuff we know. I'm just kind of skipping past and just looking for new information. All right, let me let's see what else we got. Let's check. Somebody's doing a background. I don't know why why I couldn't pull him up. Maybe I spelled his name wrong. Oh, good. Jasmine sent me this. So John Webb, if you guys remember, they tried to cancel this guy, this reporter. At one point, they were reporting him. I think because they said he was laughing or something. But anyway, he says, I have confirmed with an anonymous source that Kohberger was enrolled at WSU and had finished the 2022 fall semester. Oh, okay. He was enrolled for this coming spring semester as well. His phone number is a Pennsylvania number, according to that source. Wow. So that the school he was going to was in close proximity to the University of Idaho. It's really close, apparently. I didn't know it was that close. People had told me that before. I didn't know it was that close. So there's definitely some sort of connection. I don't really know that this guy really knew him or he had just come across them and started watching them or something. And is this his first time doing that? Killing like that? And can he just act normal? Like, did none of his family, did none of his friends, did they notice anything? Did they notice any weird behavior? Oh, nice. All right. Oh, okay. Albrightsville, PA. November 21st, his birthday. Got you. Wow. Okay. An independent article. All right. So let me start looking at some more things. Thank you, Dig. Send me this. Everything we know about the Idaho murder suspect. And so we're getting bits and pieces. They're saying that they took the Elantra, that it was parked there. They're saying this guy was enrolled at WSU, Washington State University, and had finished the 2022 fall semester. He was enrolled for this coming spring semester as well. And then here in this article, criminology graduate, has been arrested. We know that. 28 years old, being held for extradition in a criminal homicide investigation. The Washington State University student was arrested by an FBI SWAT team, okay, near the Pocono Mountains, northeastern Pennsylvania. We know what the press conference. SWAT team got there at 3 a.m. in the morning, Pocono Mountains. According to the arrest records, he's facing extradition to Idaho over the charges. And we know this too, that he was a PhD graduate in criminology, student in Pullman, Washington. Wow. I wonder, wasn't there, I mean, I know they said it wasn't related, but wasn't there those stabbings in Pullman too? I thought Pullman stabbings. Or am I not thinking of the right thing? Pullman stabbings. Whoa. I don't know. Have we talked about, is this one that they've talked about? I just did a random search. Oh, this is from 1999 though. Did they catch the guy? Ooh. So I don't know. This is just a random thing. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this. I'm just going to sidestep for 1 second. I just typed in Pullman stabbing. Woman stabbed in Pullman apartment. 2 WSU student victims of early morning assault. A bloody cordless phone lay on the side where it was dropped just a few feet away from the crimson-stained concrete outside the Pullman apartment where 2 women were stabbed early today. The first call came in at 2:51 a.m. with a woman crying to dispatchers, "Someone is trying to kill me." When officers arrived minutes later, they found 2 women on the ground near their door to a Valley Road apartment, both with multiple stab wounds. The 2 women were taken to Pullman Memorial Hospital while detectives combed the area for evidence. One of the victims, a 26-year-old, had stab wounds in the back of her head and chest. She was evaluated by a surgeon this morning and listed in stable condition with non-life-threatening injuries. Did they catch this guy? The second is a 24-year-old who had stab wounds to the back of her head and also reported in stable condition with non-life-threatening injuries. Both women were treated in the emergency. Oh, so they didn't die? Okay, that's good. Both women were seniors in microbiology at the Washington State University. Hello? Hello? Hi. Can you call me back another time? Okay, I think it's automated. I felt bad hanging up, but police said a Vietnamese interpreter was brought to talk to the victims, who were both Vietnamese. Police have not released the names of the 2 victims. The 2 women were apparently sleeping when a man entered the front door, which was apparently locked. The man then allegedly went into the bedroom and began stabbing the 2. At this time, he said it doesn't appear to be an assailant. It doesn't appear the assailant forced his way into the apartment. He reportedly fled on foot after the attack. Based on the blood and evidence collected so far, the 2 victims apparently ran from the apartment after the attack in an attempt to get help. Dispatchers were flooded with calls from the people who reported hearing screams in the parking lot of the complex 1325 Valley Road. Detectives secured a search warrant for the apartment about 9 a.m. and spent most of the morning going through the apartment to collect possible evidence. During the search of the apartment, detectives recovered two 8-inch knives with plastic handles, which are believed to be used, the weapons the assailant used. So this person actually left their weapons behind. Oh, so the suspect is the Asian guy, so that leaves this guy out of it. Asian male, approximately 5 feet tall, weighing between 110 to 120. Detectives are still trying to determine the motive for the attack. Okay, weird. I guess unrelated. Yeah. So we were talking about, there's a lot of new people here now. This guy had a Reddit post about an assignment. Okay, JB just posted. Elantra found. I just mentioned this earlier. The Elantra has been found. Let me get you guys a big screen here. Let me just pull it up on screen. AB. Okay. All this stuff. Oh, okay. What a white Elantra had been a possible clue in the case. Yes. Okay. We got that. We know this guy graduated from the Pennsylvania DeSales University with a Master of Arts in Criminal Justice in May 2022. More details are expected at the press conference. The murders baffled us. So I really wonder if they're going to announce if they're able to find that weapon. Will they do a Q&A? Ooh. Okay. Let me get the super chats real quick. Lindsay, thank you for the super chat. Says, thank you, Mel. Elaine, thank you for the super chat. Says, just left a message from my boyfriend in Mount Ponoco. Ooh. Queen V, the 4-month membership. Hey, from Sacramento, California. And wow, just when I thought they had nothing. Thank you so much, Mel, for your coverage. Love you. Love you too. Thank you for joining me. Gypsy Girl says, I have a feeling we won't get much detail because he's still alive. I wonder. Amy, thank you for the super chat. DMB, thank you for the super chat. Mary, thank you for the super chat. Says, I believe this is the creeper masked guy caught on the Ring doorbell before the murders. That may be where they identified the Elantra. There was that picture that was going around, the masked guy. I wasn't sure if it was real or not. It looked, I forgot where they got that from. I did see that picture. I think I mentioned it a little bit. And actually, that guy, can we get that screenshot? Can somebody find me, one of the admins, get me that screenshot of the masked guy? Has that been debunked or not? Can we get the masked guy and just put it side by side with this guy? I'm just kind of curious. Maybe we should take a look at that. Let's see what else we got. The Wilson Dallas, thank you so much for the super chat. Claire, thank you for the super chat. Said, hey, could you talk about the Star magazine? It's my 40th. Awesome to have a breakthrough today. When you say 40th, do you mean your birthday? If it's your 40th birthday, happy birthday. If that's what you mean. The Star magazine, I meant to go buy it. But you know what? Maybe the Star magazine, was the Star magazine right? Check Discord, Kid Mel. We keep telling you, you don't pay attention to it. No, just kidding. Live research. Oh, I was looking in the wrong thing. Okay. Hello? Who? What did you say? Ooh. Wow. Okay, thanks. Bye. I am told when Idaho quadruple homicide suspect Bryan was in custody, he asked if anyone else was arrested. I'm told he had a quite blank stare. A quiet blank stare. So he asked if anyone else was arrested. I'm told he had a quiet blank stare. So, ooh, are they saying there's more people? You know I'm going to tell you guys, of course. Ooh. And so this guy with the research participation, he had been posting this multiple times. Research participation. What kind of research participation? So let's look at real quick again at this research participation. Okay, thank you, Lisa. But there was wasn't there another one? Okay, so let me show you guys this image too. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. Let me just I'm trying to get you what's coming. Let's see. All right. Might just be me clutching at straws, but the ears kind of look the same too. This is kind of a hard image. I was thinking of the other mask image. Ears too big. They kind of, I don't know. I wish this was a little bit higher quality. Let me see what else you guys are sending me. Pullman is 15 minutes away. Ooh, okay. So let's take a look at this. So this is a couple of things. Okay. Yo, so this okay, I'm all over the place. So okay, this magazine thing, we're gonna just be bouncing everywhere. Just bear with me. So we talked about this the other day. Sweet Pilo posted this, and it was an image of the cover of Star Magazine. I don't know. And Star Magazine said Idaho college murders finally solved. How killer was found after 49 days. Families demand to know the motive. He didn't act alone. Prosecutors want death penalty. And this article was slated to come out officially January 2nd, 2023. Did they know? Or does the clickbait just fall into place? Finally solved? That's crazy, huh? I remember we talked about that the other day. I meant to go buy the magazine. I just haven't had time. I heard the magazine was just clickbait, though. I haven't looked at it myself, but I was told that the magazine had nothing about anybody being caught. So it's some Simpson shit, right? The other thing too. Let's see here. Okay. The other thing, so a lot of people had talked about this, though. I thought they had said that this wasn't related, right? Maybe somebody can correct. Did they say these murders weren't related? They close everything out here. Make space. Make some space. Sandra Laud murder, 5 fast facts you need to know. So I just want to double check. We'll still read it, but I had thought they said that it wasn't related. And then Jacqueline said, "Hey Camille, do you think he's in the corner club photo?" I don't know. Well, we'll take a look at that again. That would be crazy if he was there, but so okay, this story, Sandra Ladd was a resident in Washington, Washugal, a former school secretary who was stabbed to death inside her home in 2020. Sandra Ladd's murder remains unsolved. Her full name was Sandra Galen Ladd. According to the obituary, she died Sunday, June 14, 2020, at the age of 71. Her LinkedIn page indicates she also went by the name Sandy Ladd. The unsolved murder of Sandra Ladd is back in the news after the knife attack that killed 4 college students from the University of Idaho in November 2022. No connection has been found at this point. However, there are similarities between Ladd's homicide and the way the college students died in Moscow, Idaho. In addition, the stabbings of couple Travis and Jamelin in Marion County, Oregon, bear some similarities to the Moscow homicides. Idaho Tribune highlighted similarities among the stabbing deaths at the 3 different locations. Ladd may have been attacked in the late hours of the night of the June 13th, 2020. The newspaper reported, if this is the case, all 3 incidents will have taken place on the 13th. Ooh, of the respective month, only more than 1 year apart. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. According to the Camas Post record, there's a reward of up to $2,500. We want to make sure that we all have the information that we can possibly get. All the information. Washougal Police Chief Wendy Steinborn told the news site on October 2020. Sometimes police see something or know something that they don't think is relevant. We want to draw that out. We don't want people to worry about feeling silly. We want to hear about it, no matter if it turns out to be relevant or not. Some people who don't know if the information is valuable or might not be aware of the investigation. We want to raise the profile to keep the case fresh. Okay. So Ladd died after being stabbed in the torso. According to the Camas Post record, Ladd was the victim of homicidal violence and died after being stabbed in her torso. The Idaho Tribune reported that she was stabbed to death in her bed, although the exact time is unclear. She died in her home on the 1900 block of 41st Street in Washougal on June 14, 2020. The Post record newspaper reported, according to the Columbian, she was discovered deceased around 4:30 p.m. The news site reported that Ladd died of stab wounds to the torso, although they never made an arrest. Authorities initially said there was no threat to the public. Wow, there is some similarities, right? Heavy has reached out to the Washougal police for comment. Online records gave the exact address. Although some news sites say she died in the apartment, others in a home. Google Maps indicate that the address is a home. The house was sold in 2021 for $450,000. Ladd was presumably sleeping in her Washougal WA home, possibly in the late hours of the 13th, when an unknown intruder entered her residence and stabbed her to death. Her crime was never solved. The Idaho Chapin reported outlining similarities between Ladd's death, a death nearby Oregon, and the Moscow murders. And so she was, Ladd worked for the Washougal School District for years as an administrative assistant. Okay, she was born in March 27, 1949 in Portland, Oregon. She graduated from Washougal High School in 1967 and attended the University of Washington. She worked for the Washougal School District from 1986 to 2016 as an administrative assistant and receptionist. According to the obituary, Sandra loved to travel, especially to Hawaii, and worked with state organizations supporting classified school employees. She was very dedicated to her family and so excited about them. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that a bit. The 4 college students were also stabbed in their beds. And so Pullman's right there. That's Moscow. This is Washougal. Okay. All right. That's an interesting article. I didn't have any caffeine today, so sorry about that. All the reading. Let's see what else we can get. Yeah, it is a really interesting case for real, even though they're saying they don't believe it's related. Let's take a look at this. Let's see. I'm gonna see what else comes out. And we'll keep going, and then if not, maybe we can do calls or something until it's press conference time. Check the article on Heavy website or NBC Phila. Thank you, AirDrive, for the super chat. Barbara says, thank you for the super chat. Look at the chief. Duh. R. Rathborn, thank you for the super chat. Barbara says, look at the chief. UC Boss, will you cover the presser? Yeah, I'm going to be on the presser later, guys. It's already set up on my channel. I'll drop the link. There's people just hanging out over there now. After this stream, you can go whenever you want. Set the reminder. Right here. Pin message. Hi. No. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. So a lot of people are supposedly people are saying that, supposedly people are saying that this guy, the arrested guy, was following the girls on Instagram. From what I'm hearing, a lot of those are fake accounts. So just be careful. People are going to be, they're going to make fake accounts. They're going to try to get some clout or whatever. Crime buff who studied 8 miles away arrested in Idaho murders connection. Arrested out of state, citing unnamed sources, NBC, Fox, and the local news outlet KHQ. Reported that a man was taken into custody. All that. 28 years old. Christopher Kohberger from Albrightsville, Pennsylvania. He was ordered to be extradited. Oh, January 3rd. Okay. During a hearing Friday morning. Public records for Coeur list him as a registered libertarian voter with a keen interest in criminal justice and criminology. He was listed as a PhD student by the Department of Criminal Justice and Criminology at the Washington State University in Pullman, just 8 miles from Moscow, Idaho, and he completed his graduate studies in criminal justice this year at DeSales University in Central Valley, Pennsylvania. In a since-removed post on Reddit from 7 months ago, Kohberger asked ex-cons to participate in a DeSales research project that sought to understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. The project sought to understand the story behind the most recent criminal offense. The call out for participants was posted in other online forums read, which is pretty interesting as well. So he received a bachelor's degree in 2020 and completed his graduate studies in June 2022. As a Catholic Salesian community, we are devastated by the senseless tragedy. Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims' families during this difficult time. Okay. Let me, can I search this guy? So he's from Pennsylvania. Let me try this. Why didn't, we saw his Instagram. Does he have any other social medias? Let's see. And I lost the account that I had for him for Instagram. Let's see. Everybody's digging into him. It's from yesterday. Remove all this stuff. Yesterday. Tell us. Let's see. Bryan Kohberger. Let's see what else is coming up. Pennsylvania. Okay. That's interesting. Nothing popping up for me. Okay. Okay, so this is the. Wait, what is this? Is this a real? Is this real account or is that a fake one? People sending emails. Okay. All right, let me check. Yeah, let me send what you guys are sending me then. Let's crowdsource information. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I gotta check my emails. Gisela, okay. Gisela sent me this from Reddit. All right, let's start crowdsourcing. Let's use the internet's power. So she sent me this video, the killer at his graduation PhD ceremony. C 5845 to 59.
We kindly ask that if you're taking pictures, please do not block the view of others, and please hold your applause until all the degrees have been awarded.
This is the 58.
The Doctor of Nursing Practice is awarded to Sonia Wood Johnson. Is awarded to Carlina Kemery. Jenna Cook. Bryan Kohberger.
Oh, sure.
Jessica Krahansel. Jessica is the program assistant for graduate nursing in the Division of Nursing.
There he is. There he is. Right.
Jessica is the program assistant for graduate nursing in the Division of Nursing. Brina McIntyre.
Mm.
Bryan Kohberger. Jessica Krahansel. Jessica is the
That's
program
crazy.
assistant.
Right there. Okay, you're sending me some good information. Ooh. Bryan Kohberger's Criminology Studies survey questions. Okay. Gisela. All right, let's check it out. After committing the crime, what were you thinking and feeling? How did you leave the scene? Bro, it's like he's getting tips and advice from these people or getting studies for his own purposes. Before leaving, is there anything else you did? How did you accomplish your goal? Please explain what you were thinking and feeling. What was the first move you made in order to accomplish your goal? Please detail any thoughts. And before making your move, how did you approach the victim or target? Please detail what you were thinking and feeling. I mean, I guess it's through the school, but like, did he come up with the questions? I guess it seemed like he came up with his questions. Was he running this project? Why did you choose that victim or target over others? After arriving, what steps did you take to locating the victim or target? Example, person or object. Please do your thoughts and feelings. Wow. Wow. Crazy. All right, let's check more emails. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you so much for that. Another pickup, Bryan. Okay, get this one. This was from a phone number, so I won't. That's the one that Heavy's using. Oh, and so this is, yeah. Okay. Okay. Hi, Mel. I've heard that his sister lived next to the house that they were killed in. Ooh. For some reason, let me see something. I don't know why I'm not pulling this guy up in my search. Maybe I should try the middle name. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I don't. For my thing doesn't pull them up. Somebody showed me stuff that pulls up for them, but all right, let's check out. What am I getting here? Oh, they got a Daily Mail article. Okay. Thank you, Denise. Let's take a look at that. 2 hours ago, about 8 minutes ago. Let's take a look at that one. How did you pick your victims? This is what we just saw. Let me do this. How did you pick your victim? Idaho murder suspect Bryan Kohberger's haunting Reddit survey. Wow, that's crazy. We just talked about that. Revealed he was studying a PhD in criminology 15 minutes from where the bodies were found. Wow. So this guy, I mean, that's just crazy as hell that this guy is doing a survey and a study asking criminals, because I guess the requirement is that it has to be criminals, right? And this guy's literally asking them their thoughts and feelings after committing a crime. What were you thinking and feeling? How did you leave the scene? Before leaving, is there anything else you did? How did you accomplish your goal? Please explain what you were thinking and feeling. What was the first move you made in order to accomplish your goal? Please detail any thoughts, and before making your move, how did you approach the victim or target? Please detail what you were thinking and feeling. Why did you choose that victim over target? Sorry, I can't do that again. Why did you choose that victim or target over others? After arriving, what steps did you take prior to locating the victim or target, i.e. person or object? Please detail your thoughts and feelings. So, weirdo stuff there. Let's see. Yeah, this is freaking insane, man. This is the research thing. This was on our Reddit. We talked about this earlier. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting like, please, I'd appreciate it. Subscribing really helps out the channel. And so it says here, everybody's sending me the survey stuff. My name is Bryan. I'm inviting you to participate in a research project that seeks to understand how emotions and psychological traits influence decision making when committing a crime. In particular, the study seeks to understand the story behind your most recent criminal offense, with an emphasis on your thoughts and feelings throughout your experience. In the event that your most recent offense was not one that led to a conviction, that's interesting. In the event that your most recent offense was not one that led to a conviction, you may still participate. That's probably like an extra. You get extra bonus points if you didn't get caught. That's great, probably. Additional surveys are included after the open-ended section as to best understand your unique traits. The study should take 15 to 20 minutes to fully complete. Your identity and all answers provided are completely confidential, and the link to the survey is also an anonymous link. This research has been approved by the DeSales University IRB. Must be 18 or older. If you opt out, you can opt out, blah, blah, blah. Bryan Kohberger, and that's his school email address. Wow. Oh, there's the other pictures to confirm. There's Bryan. There's Bryan. It looks. Crystal, thank you for the super chat. She says it looks like Ko No Young stayed in a room 12 with Bryan at WSU. Does anyone know who that is? And has anyone talked to him about living with him? No. I think a lot's going to come out. Barbara, thank you for the super chat. You've been saying multiple times, look at the chief. Where? What are you talking about? Are you trying to say people should look into the chief? What does the chief have to do with it? Send me an email, Barbara. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that very much. Send me an email. Elaine G60 Poconos. Thank you for the pronunciation. Joshua Lewis, thank you for the super chat. Says Bryan Enton tweeted he asked if anyone else was arrested. I know, bro. That was I gotta show you guys that again for the people that just joined. Crystal, stay on track. You spent time reading an article from 1999, dude. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I appreciate that. That 1999 article has been referenced multiple times. They said it's not connected, but people are talking about that article again. So, I mean, but with that kind of thought process that you can only talk about something today and you can't talk about the past, it's kind of silly. Nancy, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Crystal, thank you for the super chat. Says grasping at straws. LOL. Grainy one ear photo. Silly speculators. Brenda, thank you for the membership. Cheeky cheeks. Sounds like a dissertation taken too far. I know, right? Desiree Nieves. Look up 2 unsolved stabbing murders in Washington. We were just talking about that, but apparently this other person says that's not allowed. But we were talking about that, and that some similarities from the other crimes. D-So, thank you for the super chat. Says suspect totally Bundy. Steve Goncalves threw red herrings as LE built their case. LE is used to getting abused, but critics were and are foolish. Ooh. I mean, yeah, the cops were catching a lot of heat. That's true. Jake, thank you so much for the super chat. Emmy Rose, thank you for the super chat. Trying to catch up 2 minutes ago. Lola J, thank you for the super chat. Says he is wearing what is called a turtle suit. Pickle suit in his mugshot. People who are, might unalive themselves. Get one after their clothes are taken. Tahiti, Arizona, thank you so much for the super chat. And Colette, thank you for becoming a member. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what else we can get. Karen Vivi says he followed both Maddie and Kaylee on Instagram. I'm hearing that supposedly those are fake accounts. I don't know. As far as covering like an old story, I remember the last person that told me that we got like over 1 million views just on Facebook over a story from a couple of years ago. That's why I say, like, if you can't look into the past, people that it's kind of ridiculous. I'm hearing right now, guys, there's a bunch of fake Instagram accounts that are popping up. So just be careful. Just really be careful. Do your due diligence. And he's getting like these fake accounts are getting followers and stuff. So just all right, let's see what else we got. Maybe we'll do calls too. News Nation.
As we are taking a live look now, this is the mugshot. We just received this. This is a mugshot of the suspect who is now in police custody. This is Bryan Kohberger, who is 28 years old, arrested early this morning in Scranton, Pennsylvania, for the murder of the 4 college students in Moscow, Idaho. He is now under arrest. He is in custody. Ashley, we're going to continue to take a look at this mugshot.
Not even talking. Jazz sent this to me. Authorities are searching what's believed to be Kohberger's apartment in Pullman. These are the Steptoe Village apartments on the WSU campus. Kohberger's apartment. Ooh. Oh. Now let's save this here. Let's get a closer look. Ah. Oh, and so okay, people in the chat are saying, okay, I see what you're saying. People think they feel like it looks like his nose is broken or something, or he has something up with his nose. Or maybe that's just how his nose is. I don't know, because like his other pictures, kind of like that. Two emails with very interesting info. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look. Okay. The survey we've covered. I appreciate it, though. Thank you so much, Allison. I'll save these in case I need them. NPR release and jail photo. That's okay. That we got. That's good. Thank you so much for that. And Andrea, the surveys I got. Thank you guys. I got the surveys. Let's see. Amazing. Thank you. Okay. Let me check Facebook now. Let's see. Let me play this in the meantime.
Oh, we're also getting more information here. I see we have confirmed that Bryan Kohberger is a PhD student covering criminal justice at Washington State University. Again, Bryan Kohberger, a PhD student, 28 years old, taken into custody early this morning by investigators in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation.
Okay. All right. Should you guys want to open up the lines a little bit? See what time we got. We still got a little bit of time. Check your email. I sent you screenshots. Let me check my other email too, real quick. Let's see. Oh, I got a lot of emails in this one here too. Okay. I'm wore out. I sent to the tip line all last week. Tip line is Moscow. Another number is Moscow. Now he has all my personal info. What? All the shit I told him. Why Dinky Town don't know squat. I think that's Barb. So Barb, what are you saying? You've been trying to contact them? What did you send to them? Somebody sent me a 4chan post. I'm not going to show that. Ooh. So I don't want, like, this comment is so vile. Somebody made an anonymous post on December 12th on it's just so vile though. I don't want to read that here. But basically the person says that they did some stuff and they said that they said they killed Kaylee and that I'm hiding in the woods and shithole PA. Good luck catching me. Somebody's just sent me that. That's an interesting 4chan post. Thank you, Marie. Bro, people are lit right now. Thank you for the map. Let me download this. I'll show them that as well. Study of suspect. What's this? Okay, I got that. We got that already. Thank you so much, Essa. Okay. So people are sending me this 4chan post, which is just really vile, so I don't even want to repeat it here. I'll put it on Discord though, for whoever on Discord wants to see it. I just don't want to put it out on air like that. Okay, everybody's sending me the survey. Survey. Okay. Per Daily Beast, AirDry sent this to me. Bryan was also listed online as studying psychology in 2018 at Northampton Community College in Albrightsville, where he was a member of the Psi Beta and got involved in raising awareness for hidden disabilities. He was also employed as a school security officer by the Pleasant Valley School District for several years until last year. Allegedly. Interesting. Apparently he had it on Facebook as well. Let's see. This is also on Facebook. Okay. So I found all over Facebook. Ryan. Okay, interesting. Thank you. They think that they found Bryan's yearbook photo. Is that really him? That one I'll hold on. Okay. All right. Wow, they got a lot of emails. Okay, so one of the last things that I was looking at, with Bryan Enton, I thought was really interesting. That was pointed out to me that this guy said this. I'm told when Idaho quadruple homicide suspect Bryan was in custody, he asked if anyone else was arrested. I'm told he had a quiet blank stare. And he's asking them if anyone else was arrested. Damn. Let's see. Diane, thank you for becoming a member. Just Jeff says many are just joining occasionally. Occasional summary, please. Oof. Well, there was an arrest made, and he's being extradited. Bryan Kohberger, whatever his name is. And we've been going over the details of the survey that he posted online. He was attending Washington State University, and the Hyundai Elantra was taken in as well. I guess that was his vehicle. I'm not sure if it was his, but I think they said it was parked over there. Jenny Lou, really appreciate your email. Thank you so much for the membership. CE, thank you for the super chat. Olivia, please check your email, case related. Zombie Dad, remember SWAT shot that guy in Pullman on the 15th. Oh, yeah, forgot about that. Elsa, Bielsa, check your email. I sent you screenshots. Thank you. Michelle, Facebook. So that Chris Kohberger Goncalves, that's the one that somebody had sent me earlier too. I don't know if there's any relation. It doesn't look like the same person, but I don't know. I saw that name. Yeah, somebody sent me a screenshot. Angie Thomas. He drove a white 2013 Kia Forte. Looks so similar. Oh, yeah. So somebody had sent me. Let me see. Like his assets page. And the listing was a 2013 Kia Forte, so maybe that's what it was, that it looks similar. SoundCloud. Let me do this. Slow the chat down a little. Okay. SoundCloud stuff. That's just, I guess they found a SoundCloud. Let's see what else. One Mountain Mama, thank you for the super chat. Possibly landlord's son, says interwebs. He follows Maddie on IG maybe. And like I said, there's a lot of fake profiles right now popping up for that guy. Airdrie. Oh, Airdrie. I've been saying air dry. Airdrie, thank you so much for the super chat. My name is pronounced Airdrie. Hopefully I remember that. Hopefully I don't mess that up next time. Thank you so much. Elsa, thank you for the super chat. Yes, Elsa. Yeah, Elsa, I sent you screenshots of the suspect's study. His questions is sick. Yeah, I just went over the questions. I can put them on the screen again. I covered the questions 2 times. Gloria said, could it be a ride along? Possible. I think let's open up the lines a little bit. I think. I don't see, is there anything else that's coming out? Kia Forte. Oh, thank you. Kay sent me this. Let's see. Let's see what a Kia Forte looks like as well. All right, you guys want to do calls, I guess? So I can hear from you guys. I can take a little break from reading, talking for a little bit. And I think I'm going to order myself something with some caffeine in it. That's the only thing I didn't do today is start with caffeine. I literally kind of just jumped out of my... Before I knew anything was happening, I kind of jumped out of bed, didn't get much sleep, and then I started getting all the calls, and like, wow, like everything is just kind of crazy. And in the meantime, so the pinned comment in the chat, that's the live stream we're going to be doing later. So make sure you join us for the press conference. Also, if you could hit like on the stream, I'd appreciate that. Oh, you guys been doing that. Thank you. If you could help out with the likes and subscribe too, that'd be great. I'd love to hit 170 before New Year's, if possible. We're at let me see where we're at. We're at 168,575. 168,575. So it would be nice if we could do that. Okay, so we're gonna get to the calls. Let me dial in here. And the calls, I would say, since there's so many people in here, we'll have to try to keep it to 3 minutes. Let me dial in. I wonder what happened to the tarot card reader too. We're gonna have to look at what she has to say. Did she make any videos?
Thank you for calling Call-In Studios host and call screener line. Manage your callers from the Call-In Studio web interface.
Okay, I'm gonna take the first caller. First caller 407. 407.
Hey, Mel, it's Cheeks. How you doing?
Cheeks, what's up?
I'm good. I'm watching this.
Crazy,
I'm
right?
enjoying my Friday. I know. So first of all, hi, chat. Hope everybody is doing good. Happy New Year's. Don't do anything crazy. If you do, make sure you have bail money.
Right.
But this is kind of wild. This is kind of wild. I hate the fact that people are like, oh, my God, he looks like a serial killer. I showed my kid this picture, and she's like, he looks like he works at Starbucks. I'm like, exactly. He doesn't necessarily look like a serial killer per se. He definitely looks like your average Joe. But this is wild. I really think this man took his whole entire studies to a whole new level, like trying to critique his participants' answers to try and perfect their message. This shit is wild. This is nuts. I didn't think that this was going to be solved before the end of the year. I'll tell you that.
I thought it might go cold, possibly. I was thinking that. I didn't want to think that, but it was in my mind.
I really didn't think that we were going to get a somewhat of a conclusion, I guess. Because at the end of the day, you know, he is innocent until proven guilty. We know. And if he's not throwing a red herring by asking if his other participants were arrested, you know, we don't really know what the resolve of the case is. It's just good that they even had somebody, because remember, for a long time, a lot of us were like, bruh, they don't have anybody. And then this kind of comes out of left field. I do want to know how they got all this, but even somebody else made it a point in the chat to say that we're not going to know jack squat until the trial. And I would love for everybody to put a presentation like they did the Utah murders that we went through yesterday. I would love to see that on a lot of cases. But then I had to think, you're not going to get all of that until the end of the case after everything's said and done. Because, of course, they don't want to put all that evidence out there. Shit is crazy. I'm low-key shocked. I'm very shocked by this. Very shocked by this, because I'm like, who is he? What is his connection? And I think that's the question that I have is what is his connection? I know he was 15 minutes away. He was at a completely different school. So it's like, why this house? Why those people? Like, why this particular area? Why didn't you do it in your own area? Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
They heard me eating, I guess.
But yeah. Yeah, you kind of, I hear you fucking up some chips or something. But nonetheless, this is just wild. This is crazy. And what's scary is that this is how, I guess, the reasoning as to why he picked his major, or even just the reasoning on his little thesis research thing. It was one of the reasons that I chose my major, which was a psychology major with a minor in criminal justice. I wanted to know what makes a serial killer do the things that they do, or a killer, or just, to that extreme. I wanted to know that, but never would I think to be like, all right, well, now that I've got these answers, let me go ahead and put these out in the street. Let me see how this feels for myself. But this looks like this is what this guy may have done. This is wild. This is crazy. I'm shocked just like you are.
I wonder if he's done this before, or like this is...
I don't know. I mean, because it does make you wonder, because that's a big-ass escalation. 4 people at once, and this would be your first time? Yeah, kind of nuts. Anyways, I'm not going to take up too much of the chat, because I know this is a big deal, and everybody loves to call in. I just wanted to call and actually tell everybody to have a happy and safe New Year, you and Maddie as well.
Thank you.
Don't forget drinks. Yeah, not a problem. Don't forget, drinks are on me when you come up to Crime Con. Don't get too crunk, because I can't take you home.
I got to drink light when I'm out there. I got to drink like wine or champagne or something. Yeah.
I can't drive you back down to South Florida. Right? That's all I'm saying. If you miss your flight, don't call me and be like, don't call me and be like, I missed my flight. Cheeks, I need an Uber down to South Florida. I can't do it. I love you, but I can't do it.
Well, thank you, Cheeks. I appreciate the call. All right, take care.
Not a problem. I'll be in the chat, y'all.
Thank
Bye.
You. Bye. I'm just eating something real quick, guys, but I am taking the calls and listening. 239, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, is this me?
Hi, who's this?
Hey, this is Casey. I'm over on
Casey.
the other coast.
You're in the chat, right?
Hi, I'm sorry. I have bronchitis. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I hope you feel better.
Oh, thank you. I have to ask, can you screenshot the side profile of him from graduation and compare it to the Ring camera?
Hmm.
And then the other thing is, his mom, there's under Pennsylvania school district, his mom retired as a paralegal. I sent it to you in the Instagram. And the lady that was the unsolved murder that was stabbed, wasn't she a secretary for a school?
Yeah.
I want to know if those two things are connected.
They said it's not, or they don't believe it is, but it's weird. A lot of people are looking at those.
It's weird. Anyways, I just wanted to say hi. You're awesome. We listen all the time, and you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Appreciate the call.
Happy New Year.
All right. You too. Happy New Year. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay. More calls. Thank you. Yeah. Tell me your thoughts, man. What do you think about the suspect? Possible connection? How are they connected? 954. That's Sylvia?
It's Anthony. Mel.
Oh, Anthony.
Good
Anthony,
afternoon.
what's up, man? How you doing?
How you doing? Listen,
Good.
this is going to blow your mind,
Oh,
okay?
shit.
This happened this day, this reporting today. I worked 10 to 6 shift. I woke up with sweats.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm up. I'm full. I'm just wound up.
Damn.
Back on 11/22, I'm having a couple brews with some friends in Pompano, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They've got this guy that comes in every so often. I'm not going to mention his name. He comes in and sits next to me because I had a military shirt on because I'm ex-Navy. He happened to be a Navy SEAL training close combat with a knife, okay? And he goes, "Can I buy you a beer?" And I just said, my voice in my head was going, "Let him talk to you." He starts talking about his training and jabbing with a knife, like he's got a knife. And he goes, "I got them good.
Wow.
I didn't get any blood on me. I didn't get any blood on me. I got one little nick on my knuckle. I got nothing on my face." And then he shows me the right side of his body. I'm talking about black and blue, where I probably should have called 911.
The hell?
But he was so pumped up on something. He looks just like this. He doesn't look like this guy. The eyes on this particular gentleman that they've got locked in, okay? Everything is speculation when I'm telling you. I'm just sharing the story. On 11/22, the killings took on 11/13, correct?
Yes.
The man I'm talking about travels across the country, okay?
Oh.
Because I asked a lot of questions. I go,
Wait, when did
"Who
this
is
happen?
this guy?"
When did this happen? When did you speak to this guy?
11/22 before Thanksgiving. So he's sitting next to me. Now, get a load of this. The people that I know just you make friends, whatever, they all get up and move to the next table and sit down. Now, one of those guys happens to be an off-duty Broward sheriff that this guy doesn't really know. So what I've done, I'm jumping ahead here. I went back 2 days later and shared it with the sheriff. I go, "Listen, I think this guy is his subconscious thinking is like maybe asking for help, whatever. But he's sharing this. I don't know him from Adam. He buys me a beer. He shows me the bruises on his body, and he says, "I got them good. I got no marks on me." Wow. And I felt like numb. And then a couple of days later, when I went back, I saw him. He was very quiet. He gave me a look like, "Ooh, I think I told this guy too much." You know how you got that feeling where, like, why am I drawn to this guy's energy from the story? It's like, is he, like, watching me to see what I say? I didn't say nothing to him. I says, "Yeah, military training. We're taught to do this and be trained, it's either them or you, I just kind of, like, went along with it. So I went right to the 208 area code. I went right to the FBI's. I says, "You need to look at this guy. He's trains on the knife that they're using, they believe was used in these murders." Okay? Now stop right there. The guy that you just showed with the blonde hair and pink hair, I guarantee you, if you look at his background, he's got a Florida connection. This guy designs knives, correct? Have you saw that?
No, this guy's a
the one they arrested in Pennsylvania.
I don't know anything about him.
They got multiple arrests. They got multiple arrests going on. The guy in Pennsylvania, he's got half blonde hair and pink, but he's seen by a bunch of knives.
I haven't seen him name him officially. That guy you're talking about.
But what I'm saying is, they're showing you whenever they do that, they're showing you a chain. What do you call it? The paper trail, if you will. Because I don't think this guy went in there and did it all by himself. I think there's a network of. Because this guy's got some kind of profile or what do you call it, portfolio. Hey, if you want to study this kind of thing, he thought he was going to get away with these murders. When you look what's going on, he's studying at the college and everything, and you're like, but my point is, I woke up with sweats this morning.
Damn.
I go, there's something going on, and I pull up your videos, and I went completely calm. Because I think this guy that I reported in the Broward Sheriff's around Pompano, we're going to keep an eye on this guy.
Man,
they might have already done something.
Or you went into the office?
I called the FBI the same night that this took place. I shared it with the Broward Sheriffs that come in there for lunch, whatever. And they said, thank you very much for this information. I says, why would a guy sit next to me and tell me that he got them all good with a knife? And he shows the bruises. And that's on the 22nd, and that happened on the 13th, and these bruises were bad. I mean, he goes, they almost got me. They almost got me. Listen to my wording. They almost got me. I said, so what did you do? He goes, I shut them down right away. They didn't have a chance. My training kicked in.
Well, Anthony, man, thank you for the call, dude. I appreciate
but anyway,
your story.
Anybody could say, oh, this guy just wants to be, I want nothing from anybody. I'm just part of what you're doing. We need to start shutting down this wickedness in this world. Our children are under attack, period. And that's what I'm all about. Thank you for taking my call.
All right. Thank you, man.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
You too. Happy New Year. All right. That's Anthony on the check-in. 609. How you doing? Where you calling from? Yeah, we're trying to stick to 3 minutes.
Hey, Mel.
Hi. How you doing?
My name's Victoria. I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Oh. Hey, Victoria. How you doing?
Yeah. So, believe it or not, I'm about 15 minutes away from the prison that suspect is in until he gets extradited back to Idaho.
Oh.
But what I wanted to say was about the whole. I actually started following you, and this case has been like the biggest thing that I've followed as far as your channel and everything like that. And I don't know why. Like, I've just been so hooked on it. And this morning I find out that literally 15 minutes right where I live locally, that the suspect had been detained, and it was just like, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
But the reason I wanted to call in was because I wanted to say about the weapon. So just from my perspective, and obviously people who have ill intentions, and some people aren't good people, and some people have certain types of weapons for protection or for other types of uses. But in the area where I live, I could tell you 10 names right off the top of my head who carry a K-bar. You know,
Really?
like who
So it's
have
common.
that type of weapon. What'd you say?
It's common.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And especially in this area, and I can't speak for all of Pennsylvania, but where I am, you know, and probably the area more so where he's from, like that Scranton area where he was picked up, but it's not uncommon to have that type of thing. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, since they have a suspect, can they go back and look at purchase logs and stuff like that, kind of, you know, where did that, maybe that will come back as far as finding that weapon, because that's super important. And, you know, wondering if there's some DNA evidence that definitely kind of helped them hone in with everything else to come to him. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the call. I wonder
Yeah.
myself too. I wonder what's going to come out on the presser. I hope they give us some details, but
I know.
I mean, who knows? Maybe
I
we know
I
more
know.
than they're releasing, actually. Maybe they're not going to release much, and we're actually finding out more through the internet. Who knows?
I wouldn't be surprised the way this case has been so heavily like just picked apart and focused on. It wouldn't be surprising. And honestly, for me, it's so hard to just like not get in my vehicle and just like drive to the prison because I've worked in the prison before. During COVID, I was giving vaccinations to inmates and workers there. So it's like, I want to so bad, but I'm obviously not going to. But, you know, the investigator in me wants to go there and just, like, see how many people are there or is there press there? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the call.
And then the other... Yeah, no problem. I won't take up any more time. I know there's probably a ton of people who want to talk. But, yeah, I'm looking forward. I'll definitely be hooked for the rest of the day.
Yeah, for sure.
So I hope you have a good one, though.
You too. Thank you.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Okay, 570. How you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Ellen. I'm also calling from PA.
Oh. Welcome.
Thank you. First time calling in. I love your show. Been watching for months. And I just wanted to say I'm a little confused why they have them in the Monroe County jail because Scranton is in Lackawanna County, and they have their own jail as far as I know. But maybe it's because he needs to be extradited or maybe because they have a higher level of security. I don't know, but it just seemed weird because Albrightsville, which they were saying first, is in Monroe County. And I'm from Monroe County, too, so a little freaky they was found here.
Yeah, I have no idea about that.
Yeah, it was just something that was throwing me because Scranton is a whole different county from Monroe County where I am. I mean, it's close to me. It's about 30 minutes, north, but it's still a totally different county. But they have them locked up, so that's a good thing. And hopefully it'll take Jack off the hook, since it looks like he didn't do it. And I just want to say thank you for your coverage because you don't go into like the conspiracy stuff and you always try to keep it to the facts. And that's really rare on YouTube. So
thank you.
Just wanted to say
Appreciate
thank you. And I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm sure there are a ton of people calling in.
All right.
Yes,
thanks.
Bryan, I'm hanging up. Bye.
Bye. All right. Chat's ruthless. They're cold. They don't care. Just want blood. 912, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hi, ma'am. Calling from Savannah, Georgia.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good. How you doing? What's up?
I'm doing wonderful. I enjoy watching you, especially the late night chases. I love it. So thank you for the entertainment.
Of course.
But I am super excited that they finally caught somebody.
I know.
I'm so excited. I give, honestly, props to Moscow Police Department. I believe in my heart they already knew who they were looking for, and they kept quiet for a certain reason. For this guy that they caught, what he's been posting doesn't surprise me that he would do something like this. Now, my question is, did he post that page to find other people to help him out to see if they got away with murder? That's a question that I have. Does that make sense?
Say that again, the last part.
I was saying, like, when he posted, have you ever committed any crime? Have you ever got away with it? In my mind, I was thinking, was he trying to find somebody to do the crime with him to see who has actually got away with murder?
That's interesting.
That would be a question.
Yeah,
that would be a question that I would have. Because if you go through the questionnaire, it asks, have you gotten away with it? What was your feeling? That is very, very strange. So that would be my question. But I am so happy that the family finally gets some kind of closure, and I pray that they all come together and build that relationship that they had before. Mel, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
I'm always be your number one subscriber, and everyone in chat, have a happy new year, and hope to see y'all soon. Well, not see you soon, but you know what I mean.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your support and for calling.
Have a good one.
All right. Thanks. Bye. That's an interesting thought, like the recruiting thing. Looking for recruits, maybe. 323, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Oh, hey, what's up? This is Miami.
Miami. How you doing?
Yeah, so
I think
good.
I remember you when you
I
called,
just
yeah.
want to say that. What?
I remember when you called in.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I just want to say that they finally caught the pieces of trash because that's what they are. They're trash, okay? They're not cool people. And I think I told you the last time that that maybe it could have been like a girl, but anyways, I knew it was like more than one person. Like I always knew it was like more than one person because I mean, one person couldn't have done that. It was like a group, but they're all pieces of trash and yeah, and I hope they get beat up in jail. So fucking nasty. No, they should get beat up in jail with a stick or whatever, or like the inmates should like throw like the food at them, you know, like the mashed potatoes, like you piece of trash, you know. I'm not gonna say bad words, but they are a piece of trash. I mean, to like kill all, you know, it's just nasty, like ew. Like to stab somebody, like it's just nasty.
Right.
Like horrible people. But I mean, there was also a rumor that apparently that they were killed. It's a rumor that maybe, I don't know, like something about drugs and like something about that. But whatever happens, I hope that, you know, they stay in jail and, yeah, they get beat up because they're horrible people.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
All right.
Take care. That's my new. Oh shoot! Almost hung up on myself. That's my New York caller. 949, and we're gonna check out Ashley's TikTok. What's going on with the psychic here? She's still double down, triple down, and quadruple down, and she's still going at it. Rebecca Schofield. 949, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hi, Mel.
Hi.
It's Loretta.
No, it's not.
Hi. How are you?
This ain't Loretta. Hell no. How's it going?
I tried. I couldn't do it. Hey, Electra, how are you doing?
Good. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, no worries. I just want to say thank you, FBI. I mean, come on, Moscow police were not going to get this done with the perpetrator in Pennsylvania. And I'm so glad that the FBI was on the case. They called them right away. They got help. They knew they didn't have it under control. And, you know, a lot of people have just been trashing the cops. And I get it. It didn't look like they knew what they were doing, but I think they had it under control. And I don't know. I'm glad that they caught this guy for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I think that I don't know for sure, but I think Kaylee and Maddie's memorial is this weekend. So I'm glad that, you know, hopefully this gives the family some hope to hold on to, that they can, you know, just get through this. And I'm not going to say I told you so until the guy's convicted or we hear anything more. And I don't think we're going to hear much more today from at the presser. They're not going to tell us much. I wish, but I don't think they will. I don't know. And that guy, though, the picture, oh my God, he is what nightmares are made of. Could you imagine waking up to that? Oh God, I can't even say it out loud.
I know.
Waking up to that guy standing over you with a knife. Oh my, no,
He
thank you.
He looks kind of, I wonder what his height is. He does look kind of tall, I think.
Yeah, he looks just like a nightmare. Just, very creepy. And, you know, some of the people are talking about his mom, and let's not bring the family into it. This guy is arrested. You know, let's not bring I think the last caller, a couple callers ago said that. So anyways, yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
That call was 2 minutes and 50 seconds. We're doing better now with the calls. I need to figure out, I'm trying to get see if I could do some caffeine or something. I'm dragging a little bit. I might have some, I ran out of pre-workout. I might have something else there I can take. I might step away in a minute just to take something. Anonymous, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. What are your thoughts? Person with the private number. Maybe it's a sign to hang up. Hi. Yeah, you're very low though. Can you come to the phone?
Okay.
There we go. A lot better. Hi.
Hi. Oh, my dogs are
Uh-oh.
barking. Hold on
Oh,
just a
shit.
second. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Dog's going crazy. Hi, Mel. This is Audrey from Arkansas. I spoke with you a little while ago, and you
I
thought I
remember you
was
calling.
Joseph Morse trying to call you.
Yeah. How's it going?
Okay.
How you been? What are your thoughts on all this going on?
Well, I just had a couple of quick things I wanted to say and kind of ask you what your opinion is.
Uh-oh.
Do you think the 3 a.m. arrest was symbolic or just some ironic thing?
I would probably say symbolic. Well, are you saying that because that's around the time the murders happened? Is that what you're saying? That?
Right. And the fact that they arrested him at that time.
I personally, I wouldn't think it's like symbolic. I probably would just think, I don't know, for whatever reason they chose that time. That would be interesting if they purposely chose that, but.
Right. And the other thing is, do you think this is someone that knew them, or do you think it's a serial killer?
So I was thinking personal inner circle
There's
at
so
first,
many-
and then it's kind of switched. And so to me now, it's like maybe it's like somebody that's just been watching them. You know, I don't know if they've really had engagement or anything like that before, but maybe he's just been watching them or something, watching the house. I don't know. I mean, you do
Just a
wonder,
lot of-
was there some point they crossed
A
paths?
lot
I
of
don't
weird
know.
coinky dinks with.
Or was he hanging out in the
Bundy.
bar? You know, was he just in the bar hanging out and shit, watching kids and stuff, or targets?
Right.
So
Right. Okay. Well, I just thought there were a lot of similarities with Bundy. I mean, he looks like a totally normal guy.
What?
And you know, like the whole Bundy was into law. He's into criminology. Just some weird similarities. But
right.
anyway, that's all I've got to say. I love you and
Love you too.
love the
Thank you so
chat.
much.
You guys have a great day.
You too.
Can't
Thanks.
wait to see the presser.
I know.
Right.
We got about how long we got? 2 hours.
Yay!
All right. I'll see you there.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Mel.
So that press conference live stream, I was starting at 30 minutes early, but shit, we've talked about so much. What are we going to talk about when we get over there? Let me get these. 717, how you doing? Where you calling from? What are your thoughts?
Hey.
Hi.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna keep this short, and I'm calling from Pennsylvania.
Oh wow, Pennsylvania people. Okay.
I actually own a cabin out near where they arrested him at, and I'm gonna echo what the two ladies said they called a little bit earlier, about 15 minutes ago. Everybody out in that area hunts. Everybody out in that area owns a K-bar. So if the gentleman that was arrested did do that, it's big game hunting out there. When I say big game, I'm talking elk, bear, 12-point deer. So everybody owns one. And when they were saying that the guy who did this is incredibly strong and is incredibly skillful with a knife, it makes sense.
Right. Good point.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's what I've
all I wanted to say.
I've heard a lot of people tell me that same kind of thing, or some locals like that type of knife and stuff is not uncommon at all out there. It's pretty common, and hunting and all that stuff too.
But
okay.
I just wanted to say that. Keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Love your
it.
work. Have a good day and a happy New Year.
All right, you too. Happy New Year. Bye. Okay, we're gonna take this call and then we're gonna listen to some what's going on with Ashley. 314, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? This is Annie. Can you
Hi,
hear me?
Annie. Good. Yes. How you doing?
Hey, yeah, it's Annie from Missouri. I've been following you for over a year now.
Amazing.
I originally had the theory that it was, related to the frat or whatever the case may be, but, happy to say I'm wrong. But yeah, I think that his survey is really strange. I think he definitely learned some things from the weirdos that he was his research subjects or whatever. I think he intentionally wanted to learn from them, you know what I mean? And maybe, like that other caller said, recruited one of them as an accomplice, you know what I mean? And planned to maybe scapegoat that person, or was just so odd that he wanted to do this with someone who said they'd gotten away with it. And then unpopular opinion, maybe, but I feel like right before this crime happened, there was all that like buzz about the Dahmer dramatization on Netflix, and there was just like all this extra stuff about Dahmer right before that. And I just feel like all these like, you know, streams of the school shooters, because we had like a school shooting in Missouri at a high school, like right after the whole Ethan Crumbley trial and that guy from Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wonder if like all the coverage on it isn't like ramping up or gassing up some of these like people that are already super mentally ill.
Oh, yeah, like to get attention, to get in the news, to get...
Yeah. Yeah, because like right before these murders, there was just like, it was Dahmer City, and they were even, I think like Amazon had to take the Dahmer, costumes off their website, and like all kinds of crazy things. People were just really into it. So that's just one thought. And then also just, I would be interested in finding out, like, which we may find out more from the internet than like the police, because they're probably holding it for their case, which we understand. But I'd be interested to see or know if he had ever been in that house, because if he went to school only 8 miles away, and that was a known party house for many years, I think it's possible that he could have gone to a party there a while back and maybe learned from the criminals that he was, you know, talking to, like to go to a place that they had been before. So just a thought.
Okay. Well, thank you. Appreciate the call.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks. I made
Take
notes
care.
so I would go fast.
No, you're good. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That was a nice call. I'm kind of like, in a little bit, it might take a little break before the presser stream. Mo had sent this to me, and then we'll check out Ashley. So we got here, this is from a previous incident, apparently, with this guy. August 22nd, 2022, infraction. Lara County Magistrate, failure to appear, infraction default. State of Idaho, defendant Bryan Kohberger. Vehicle safety restraint fail. Maybe fail to use. Maybe he didn't have a seatbelt on or something. Okay. $10. All right. Now let's take a look at. They're digging. They're looking for him. This lady here is still going at it.
Hey, I was banned from posting and commenting for a few days, which is why
Ooh.
I haven't posted any videos on this
Oh, they banned her
page.
for a little bit.
Someone commented and asked me how I felt about Rebecca Schofield's alibi that she was not in Idaho during the murders. For the life of me, I don't understand why y'all believe anything this lady said.
Oh.
But I get giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm 100% convinced of everything that I've alleged. When
You see, now she's saying alleged. No, you changing it up now, because those weren't allegations before. You were saying it straight as a fact, as asserted, like 100%, like there's no doubt. You even said you have physical evidence. You said that she put the hit out on these murders, that she's involved in these murders. Oh, now you want to start saying the previous allegation. Oh, it's too late for that.
I make mistakes. If you look back at my videos and you see Twitch, within 12 hours in one video, I deleted everything that I said, retracted my statements, and said I need to look into that further before I post anything else about him. I haven't posted anything because I haven't had the time to investigate, and I've left that alone. I've done over 100 videos regarding this case.
Love my God.
I am convinced that what I'm saying is true.
Oh.
So I don't believe.
Oh, and she think too, because there was this long crime thing that I watched last night, and so she think like, because there's some people that believe that because I think it and believe it, that means I can say whatever the F I want and just make all kinds of shit. And if I believe it, I'll get away with it. Because I could just say whatever the fuck I want because that's what I believe. And I truly believe that. And so that's my scapegoat. Apparently, it doesn't work like that. See if I can find this video. She's trying to like crawl her way a little bit out of this thing. But you already in it, girl. You're already in this shit. Let me see where that link is at because I had texted it to somebody last night. Where the hell is it? There it is. Well, that was from 6 days ago. There was one that was more recent. Unless they took it down. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yes. We're not gonna listen to the whole thing, but just the part where
going to come at significant cost for her. So it doesn't seem like a good thing to be doing. It doesn't seem like a smart strategy, but I think that's the only explanation.
Well, does anybody have a First Amendment right to go on social media and talk about this case? I mean, where do you think she might have crossed the line?
Well, you can talk about the case and, you can even say, I'm going to flip a coin, and if it comes up heads, I think that means that this person is the murderer, as long as you're pretty transparent about what you're doing and you're saying what the basis for your conclusions are. But, she's putting out as assertions of fact claims that this woman is involved in the murders, and there doesn't seem to be any evidence for that. It's a very strong defamation case against her.
So you think in terms of it was the idea that if she had came out and said, I just suspect that it might be the professor, that might have been something different, because there are people online right now who have a ton of different theories and a ton of different speculation, and they're pointing the finger and they're saying, look at this piece of evidence. What would be your message to all those people out there?
Well, I guess I would say be careful, but, some of that is protected. If you're like, here are the pieces of evidence and here's what I think. Or if you're saying X% of the time, it's the boyfriend, usually it's the husband who kills the wife, something that's based on statistics about actual cases. All of that is protected. What you can't do is make factual claims about a specific person without a reasonable basis for them. And there doesn't seem to be any basis at all for this. It's just sort of wild accusations.
So I should tell you that Schofield's attorney sent News Nation a statement denouncing this accusation. It says, quote, the statements made about Professor Schofield are false, plain.
You get to the next part.
It does seem there's the potential for serious. Well, that would factor
had on Schofield and her family. How does that factor into
and take
the question that I have, though?
This one.
Before I forget it, if Gillard truly, in her heart, believes that Schofield is the killer, this was different than other cases where we say, didn't you know this wasn't true? And didn't you know this was false, but you pushed it anyway, maybe for profit, maybe for attention. If she truly believes this, is that going to change anything?
No. So truly believing what you're saying is not a defense to defamation. It depends on whether it's false, and it depends on whether you were negligent or reckless in not realizing that it was false. So if you're sort of deluded and you really believe what you're saying, but there's no reason to believe it, you're liable for that.
And something that you hit upon that kind of strikes me is, even if Schofield wins this lawsuit, even if there's a settlement, her reputation can never come back, right? Because we kind of saw this in the Alex Jones case, where even though Alex Jones eventually, kind of backtracked on the Sandy Hook comments, there were people who still believed him, and there were people who were still coming after the families. There are people, like you said, online who are going to have trouble distinguishing between what is reality and what is true. She has already come under the radar. She's already had to been looked at by the police.
All right. That's this woman. She got more stuff here.
Somebody asked me about Rebecca Schofield's alibi, part 2. Also, you have to pay attention to what someone doesn't say, just as much as you pay attention to what they do say. Rebecca Schofield said that her and her husband were not in town during the murders, that they were in Portland, Oregon. She said she checked out of the hotel they were staying in November 13th, and that they had a 5-hour drive back. Now, what it doesn't say is What time did she get to Portland, Oregon?
That's the thing with these people. It's never enough. With these people that I perceive to be crazy, the nuts online, the crazy conspiracy people that are just nutty, there is never any kind of satisfaction. And all they do is keep pulling on the arm. You give them an inch, they take an arm. These people are they're quacky and they're going all over the place. They're never done, you know?
How did she get to Portland, Oregon? Also, what was her true motive in going to Portland, Oregon in the wee hours of the morning?
None of your business. How about that? I'm going to report to your ass about what I'm doing with family.
And then coming back the same day. A 5-hour drive. Also, there is the question of whether or not her husband is willing, after he hears everything, to testify in court on her behalf to confirm her alibi.
Bruh.
And what parts will he confirm?
Bruh, it's over. Se acabó.
People have been asking me to provide evidence for the statements and allegations that Rebecca Schofield ordered, planned, initiated, and executed the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students. Although she did not do it with her own hands, like I said, she hired, with a promise to pay in different ways, Jack the Coeur.
And she's also accusing Jack D. She's saying that the teacher came up with this plot and that the teacher was in a romantic relationship with Kaylee and that the teacher came up with a hit and a plot and paid Jack D to kill all the people in there, or kill one of them and then they all got killed as collateral. Some bullshit.
Now, people have been asking me for evidence, and I think that is the most ridiculous thing that I've heard. A psychic investigator in Google.
People asking her for evidence is the most ridiculous thing ever. Amazing.
If you don't know what that is, job is to lead, to guide, to a higher understanding, to give clarity, and it is the law enforcement's job to assess the information that the psychic investigator gave them. They have the infrastructure, they have the resources to gather and the legal basis to request, subpoena, whatever evidence.
And then she started praying.
People have been asking me,
how dare y'all,
about me providing evidence to prove that Rebecca Schofield planned, initiated, executed, and ordered the murder of the 4 University of Idaho students, Part 2. It seems to be an impossible task set before me. They're asking me to provide evidence when I don't have the infrastructure to seek the evidence, even if I know that it's there.
You're the one that's asserting the allegations. You're asserting that she's a murderer.
I now have a legal basis to do so.
But she put a hit
and
up.
use that as a means to gather those resources. However, to be asking me for evidence, that's just ludicrous to me. That's just like asking anybody else in the tip line providing the tips that they requested for evidence of their tip. However,
hey, how did you come to that conclusion? Where did you get that from? Wow, video, camera, what time, what date? You just got it off a thought in your head, off of a reading.
With God,
a voice in your head.
With Christ, all things are possible. So
and now we got to bring in Christ into it too.
We shall see where this goes.
Let's bring God into it also. All right, what else we got?
A lot of people have been texting, emailing, calling, making sure that I'm okay. They've seen all the articles, they see the negative comments, and they're just checking in. I'm great. During my spiritual journey, I study Kabbalah. In Kabbalah, you learn how to be proactive instead of reactive. Additionally, on a spiritual journey, you go through a process of ridding yourself of the ego and of controlling your emotions. Know that I've been physically, mentally, and emotionally prepared to handle any mission that the universal consciousness of God, the universal spirit of God, has sent my way. I'm very vision-oriented because I'm connected to my spirit of God. So, the little things, the surface level things, don't bother me because I can see the big picture.
She should have just complied with the cease and desist and moved on with her life and continue making videos.
The negative commentaries. This include the biased news media, misquoting me, saying lies, and trying to paint me in a negative light. Personally, I'm not giving them any more of my energy or attention. It used to be fun because it was fresh, and I laughed at it. didn't take it too seriously. But they keep saying the same thing because they lack creativity. They lack spirit. So they don't have the creative mind to say something different. So I'm bored with them. Therefore, I won't be responding. But if you want to respond to them, so be it. I just don't think they're worthy of my energy or yours. Just think about it. These people wait till I post just to say the same thing over and over. It's demonic, and it should be embarrassing.
Demonic.
That's why a lot of them have fake pages.
The demon practice over here. Demon practice, we're talking about demonic.
But you know what? It's light at the end of the tunnel because this is showing a pattern of behavior. So Rebecca Schofield and her team wanted to serve me. They wanted to do something to harm me, to silence me, right? So they contact my ex, offers him money so that he can do something to betray me for money. Like I said, this lady uses her resources. Are y'all not seeing the pattern? When she wanted something bad, when she wanted to silence Kaylee, she wanted something bad to happen to her.
Now it's connected. Now it makes sense. Yeah.
She contacted her ex and offered him money so that he could sacrifice her for his financial gain and for his gain of his career. Are we not seeing a pattern of behavior?
Yeah, but now we see the connection. Yes.
It's like obvious at this point. She wanted to silence me. She contacts my ex for money so that he can betray me. She wanted to silence Kaylee. She contacts her ex so he can betray her. Past behavior predicts future behavior.
Lord, it's always kind of dreadful watching through the videos. I did want to see a check-in and see what this woman was up to. But, oh, Lord, that shit just drains the energy out of you. All right, let's see what else. I think we're just going to show a couple more things, and I think we'll call it for now. We'll take a little break until the press conference. And maybe, let me see. Oh, there's 2 calls. Let me take these 2 calls. I'm going to take these 2 callers. I'm going to close the lines. When we start the new stream, we'll take some more calls and then the press conference. 859, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Yes, this is Kim from Kentucky.
Hi, Kim. Welcome.
Hi, I'm sorry I have a bit of a cold. I'm actually a graduate from Washington State University.
No. Interesting.
And, yeah, I can tell you a little bit about the campus. I was an undergrad and a graduate student there. But those apartments that you've shown are very popular among students, very common for people to live there. I've been there a number of times, and it's also very common for students to go to Moscow to get away from campus at WSU, to go to U of I, to go to Moscow, and spend their weekends there at various places, bars and parties and whatnot.
So to go from WSU to go to Moscow, it's common?
Very common, yes, for students to travel over there. So Pullman's, although WSU is a much larger university, it's tens of thousands of students, Moscow's a bigger town, believe it or not, than Pullman. And so traveling between those 2 cities, again, is something people do when they attend WSU.
Okay, that's it. So I wonder if he had somehow maybe seen them in town or at that bar or somehow crossed paths or just saw them at a distance, like stalked them or something.
That's possible, or he could have taught as a grad student at U of I. That's not uncommon for some WSU grad students to teach because they're so close together, the 2 universities. I used to rollerblade and bike between the 2 towns. And because there's actually a pathway, there's a biking trail that connects the 2 universities. As you know, that just tells you how close they are in proximity. Yes, they're very different universities, very different in culture, but because one's obviously much larger and research university, and the other is a smaller university, but it's amazing how much the 2 sort of intertwine in a lot of different ways.
Very interesting. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I feel like I thought somebody had said that before too, or a long time ago I'd mentioned that to me, and I just forgot, didn't really put it together. But that makes sense because it is pretty close. It's like it's really, I mean, how far? I pulled it up on GPS earlier. It's less. Is it 10 minutes or less in car? Or
Oh, easily. I mean, it's not uncommon for WSU students to drive over to Moscow and vice versa. And like I said, there's a biking trail that connects the two universities that just says everything. You know, the fact of the matter is, you know, I've been saying this to my husband. I'm wondering if this person's from Washington State University and why it hasn't been brought up more, because it's just, you know, it's just such a pool of young people and grad students in a whole other town, but so close to, you know, U of I in a lot of different ways. And I was kind of shocked that it was never brought up. And when it came up this morning, I was just not surprised, you know. And you know, the big university attracts a lot of people from all over the world. And so, yeah, it seems very, very, it was a potential to have, you know, the law enforcement looking into this town.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, thank you so much for that insight. Just kind of thinking. I mean, I'm really wondering what they're going to say. Oh, this is really nice. Yeah, I'm really wondering what they're going to say at the presser. And I'm almost kind of like thinking, man, maybe they might not even say much, and maybe we're finding out more than they'll probably release just to keep the integrity of the case. I mean, I hope we find out more, but that whole thing of how close those schools are, and people, you know, frequently, or it's very common to go back and forth, and even the bike trail. Yeah, they definitely could have come into some sort of contact. I still don't think it was like completely random, but he must have. Maybe they didn't even know him, and maybe he's been watching him for a while. You know, I don't know.
Oh, that's always possible. And you know, there's a lot of students. Even though people said it's so easy to know everybody, it's also two communities where it's easy also to get lost. You know, there's enough students there where you don't have to be noticed all the time, because if you think about it, I think Washington State University has like 30-something thousand students, whereas U of I don't know the current number, but U of I has 11, 12,000. That's like almost 45,000 people, right? So as much as it's possible that this person was seen and observed, it's also very possible he was not. You know, unless, you know, and that he could have watched from afar, especially if he didn't live in Moscow, if he was going from Pullman to Moscow, it's very possible that nobody noticed him. So the stalking is possible, but it's, you know, and if he was interested in, you know, let's say he was a criminology student because he has, and then again, this is alleged and I just suspected, if he had this taste for wanting to know murder and understand murder, he might have himself felt like maybe a graduate degree would help him absolve this, and then only kind of strengthened his desire and want. And so in that case, he had, you know, there's so many young people in that area, you know, it just, who knows about that. But again, just kind of more back to those communities, it's a really, really interesting connection between those two colleges. So I just wanted to provide that info.
Well, thank you for that insight. I appreciate it. Any real quick thoughts too on the whole survey thing too, that this guy is like, you know, did you see the questions that he had for that as well?
Yeah, so my dissertation was also on criminal justice. So I was studying from the law enforcement side, not not from the side of understanding the criminal. And so it's very common for graduate students. And then when I was a graduate student there, I did a real what's called a real case study, meaning you're trying to get instead of, you know, surveying students, which is a some ways to get data. They want to know from real people who participated in the context that they're interested in to understand and to study that more. So it's really interesting that he actually got what's called Institutional Review Board, or IRB approval.
Yeah.
To study. Yes, IRB approval. You have to get approval by your university. So he would have had to receive approval from, for example, WSU to study criminals if he was continuing his studies there. But he did receive approval, IRB, Institutional Review Board approval from DeSales University to study criminals, which is very, very unusual because, and he said, there was a caveat there. He said, even if something like you haven't been caught, or, you were not tried or charged, or whatever that line was in his call for survey participants, it's hard to get approval because there's no way to keep data 100% anonymous. So the fact of the matter is, it's very interesting that he pushed DeSales University to approve such a study, because he could have had access to information about criminals who haven't been charged, who are basically maybe potentially identifying that they committed a crime and they never caught.
Right.
But it's fascinating that's what he'd want to study, because if I ever went to my master's or my thesis committee and said, hey, I actually want to study criminals, and I was just getting my master's degree, they would push back so hard on that to say, you're not going. Number one, you're not going to get approval because it's hard to study criminals and protect their data. And number two, it's going to take you a long time to complete your thesis because of the nature of what you're gathering. And so he must have been. It says a lot about his motivation to push that. Like he really. It probably exasperated his committee to say, this is what I want to do. I'm so interested. This is all I want to do. Because it's a very unusual topic for a master's thesis because of the nature of what he's studying. For a dissertation, not so much because, at that you're at a more expert level. But it's really fascinating that he number one, received approval, and he was allowed to solicit survey data from, a pool of people who are potential
I'm really
criminals.
Curious too what that yielded, like the results, or like how many people participated, and like you're saying, like, are there even people on there that have committed crimes that people aren't even aware of any serious crimes?
If he completed if he completed a master's thesis, that would be in the DeSales Public Library or DeSales University Library. You could actually check it out of the library. It becomes public.
Really? Because he was guaranteeing their privacy or something. Like, would you get that information?
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to publicize your aggregate data. You can't identify your pool of participants.
Okay.
But his aggregate data would have been what led to his completion of his degree, which would now be published. His entire thesis should be published at the DeSales University Library.
Okay. Thank you so much for that amazing call to break that down for us.
Of course, I'm happy to help. I appreciate what you do. I'm really, I think it's amazing to, see criminals get caught, and so appreciate what you do in that effort.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll talk.
All right, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye.
So I'm getting a lot of messages still. So people are telling me that this guy got caught by DNA, or they got his DNA. Can we get confirmation? Where's that from? 209. Let me take this call. 209. How you doing? Where are you calling from? That was a really good call, right?
Hi, Mel. I'm calling from California.
Oh.
I had called maybe a week and a half ago when we were kind of discussing the whole incel. I had asked about what you thought about the incel factor. Okay, so then I kind of zapped that right off because I started getting all this other new information. But my point is, I mean, that last caller, she was incredible. So kind of breaks down the whole, like professionalism of it. So mine is more layman. But the pictures that came up from the girls at the bar that night of right before all that happened. My thing is that the whole point, I think that they were being followed and they were fearful, and I think that the hoodie guy was probably legitimately looking out for them, and because they were afraid. And then in the picture, you see Adam Latta, the guy that was sitting like by the door. And when they're walking off, they're mentioning that they're did he tell, one of them says, what did you tell Adam?
Mm-hmm.
I told Adam everything. Maybe they were fearful, and because he was kind of like the bouncer, the one that takes the picture. And the guy that's in the front, like coming in, it looks like one of the police officers. One of the police officers they've shown before. I can't remember. Somebody mentioned what his name was. So maybe because this guy was recruiting kind of like he was the ringleader to like a bunch of monkeys that he was trying to kind of, recruit for this whole, like, whatever it was called, like, whatever you want to call it, like almost like a Manson style, killing, where he was the ringleader to the whole theory that he had going. And I kind of put a thrill kill over on this one. Like, he did it, like the last caller said, because he had some kind of inkling or desire, or like, to feel these feelings. And maybe he was recruiting, and he came because since this isn't so far away, he came to meet people in this area that maybe had contacted him. And he kind of started following, maybe met the girls at the bar. I mean, this was a pretty popular, a college bar. So that's kind of my thinking. And when he said, supposedly, allegedly, have they arrested anyone else, maybe there were more than one in his group of his, his DeSalis University IRB group.
Right.
So, I don't know. And to look at him, I mean, I think we say he's creepy looking because he's already been caught, and we know what he's been caught for, or he's allegedly been, going to be charged for. But, I mean, he looks like he could fit into a crowd like this very easily.
Right. Yeah,
like the college scene, just a little older.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know, like what, so I think maybe they had been fearful and stalked for a while. And I don't know. I just hope that if it is, I hope they can get some kind of information on who he had as his, his group, his studies, quote unquote studies that he was doing. And I could almost see it happening as, him taking a couple of his, students that because he studied them, so he knows who was going to be willing to do such an atrocity. So I don't know. It's just kind of like what I've went from the incel. I was like already kind of like, oh, that sounds legit. But then when all these other pictures and videos and stuff comes up, it gives you, a different direction. But I appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
You're like the most legit. You stay on track. There's no BS.
I appreciate
Not
that.
from you, at least.
Thank you.
But I wish everybody, and I hope this falls through. Go and so that way the families can get some kind of closure, kind of start to heal, because this is terrible. So, and another thing I was thinking, how they keep saying that Kaylee had the most egregious, wounds or whatnot. It could have been because she was the least intoxicated of the two girls between her and Maddie, and she could have fought back more,
Right. There's so many reasons, for that. Maybe she woke up. Maybe she heard something.
Yeah,
maybe she just went back,
because she didn't seem as intoxicated. Almost seemed like she was the mother hen between her and and Maddie. And maybe Maddie was fearful, and that's why they went and they slept in her room. There's a lot of different things. But the good thing is that this is a good start, Hopefully it'll bring a lot of answers and closure. But I just want to say, you and your family and everybody in chat have a wonderful New Year's,
Thank you.
Many blessings. And good energy, and keep up the good work. I completely I have you like timed. I'm like, watch if you come up on the live. I don't care if it's a car chase or whatever. I'm there. But okay, everybody have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you, Mel.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Really nice call. For the people that are just coming in late, I'm sorry. I'm kind of a little. Not only I didn't have my caffeine, but I was up really late last night, and so and I woke up kind of early. I wasn't expecting. None of us were, all this stuff. I want to get the super chats, and what I want to do is soon I want to take a little break before the presser. We're starting 30 minutes before the presser at 3:30, which now I'm kind of like, damn, should I have done that? So we can still continue this conversation 30 minutes before. But it says your cleaning crew is preparing to take items out of the house in Moscow, Idaho, where the murders happened. Tarp going up to block view. The other thing too, I might be on News Nation again tonight, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. I think it might happen again. So I don't know. At some point, I'm gonna have to like chill. I don't know. With the little prep, but this is them here. So cleaning crew. So I guess they're, from what I read, I guess they're cleaning like biohazards and stuff like that, I believe, or removing substances so that the people or the owners can like get back to the place. I was also wondering if Kaylee's father is gonna like put something out or say something. I don't know. Just wonder how the families feel. Yeah, I need to take a little break. But this is, I really should have got. I mean, it was worth it. It was cool, but I should have got some rest. Let me just catch up the whatever super chats we got going on. Okay, here we go. We're caught up. And thank you for all the new memberships. Gloria, thank you for the super chat. Pop Life, Rebecca Blum, Jody, thank you for the membership. I'm sorry if I missed anybody. BK, thank you for the super chat. Says, what if that fake news reporter lady was somehow involved? If he's asking, has anyone else been arrested? I don't know. And with that, people keep asking me talk about the other arrest. There's only one official arrest that I've heard of. There's people that are saying that there's been other people that are arrested, but I don't know if these are just people searching the internet for people that were arrested that day and they're coming up with that. I just have to, right now, I'm just sticking to the official thing. There's no benefit in me trying to jump and trying to say this person, that person, whatever. There's a press conference, like in less than 30 minutes. No, in about an hour. So I don't, I think we could just wait to the press conference. There's one official person that we know of. We'll see if more people come up, if other names officially come up, and soon we're going to know anyway. I'm assuming hopefully. All here love. Thank you for the super chat. Over 10K watching. Thank you. ABC Live News has 15K. Your prime time love and safety. You rock. Thank you so much. Kristen Bird says caffeine money. Thanks. Hope Devoted. Thank you for the super chat. Kristen, thank you for the super chat. Lauren, thank you for the super chats. JM, thank you for the super chat. Says this dude woke up from meth withdrawal. I don't know. Willie Black, thank you for the super chat. He lives 10 minutes by me. Hunting area makes sense. And I wonder if that's the guy that called in. Francis Pugh, thank you for the super chat. Says my friend drove through Albrightsville near Scranton and saw the Idaho police. There is a line of cars. Somebody had sent me a picture of that too. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Kelly Hill, thank you for the super chat. I live 40 minutes away from Scranton. And Kelly Hill also says, wondering if I should go, yes or no. I don't want to tell you anything, because if God forbid something happens, Ikemel did it. It's Ikemel's fault. Ikemel told you to go. You see, he did it. A Georgia Beach, you're real and you rock. Thank you so much for the super chat. Mar of Light, I just heard that his sister lives next to the girl's house. I don't know either. I want to confirm that. I don't know why I couldn't pull up this guy's info. I don't know if it's because he's 25. I'm not sure. I tried pulling him up. I'm gonna have to try to do another search. Somebody else was able to pull him up and send me info, but I'd like to verify that as well. Darling Dabber, I'm confused. Google says pressure at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Moscow. Is that the pressure you mean? Thank you for your courage for sanity. All the reports that I've seen, I'll do another check, is that from the previous times that I've covered this, they're going by Pacific time. So 1 p.m. Pacific time. Let me put it here. I wish that some of these alerts they'd actually put the time zone. I don't know why this is taking forever. For some reason, Google Chrome is just like, I'm sometimes I don't know why I still use it, because it just seems to be like have so many issues all the time. Like you would think by the hundreds of updates that they come out with, it'd be fixed. Is it Google or is it just me? This link is not working. Maybe it's just the website. The other websites are working. Yeah, maybe he scrubbed his info. It's true. Oh, and you know what else? I forgot. The best confirmation for everybody about the time is we have the actual link. Jazz sent this earlier. 4 p.m. Eastern. This is my time. Okay, so that's if you're in California, West Coast, you're Pacific. That's 1 p.m. Eastern. It will be 3 p.m. Sorry, what the hell did I say? 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you're like, I think Central, is it Central or Mountain Time? The 1 hour behind, it'll be 3 p.m. But it should show on your YouTube thing. It should show you the time under my live stream. All right. Gypsy says you have over 100 people on your press live. Just told them you were here. Everybody's over there chilling. Ashley, just want to say thanks for going live today. Keep me going while I'm moving into a new house. Amazing. Congratulations on that. I can't wait to get into a bigger place. That's my next year goals. Max Bang, thinking of the families of the 4 victims, praying that the authorities have found the killer. Thanks, Mel. And thanks, Mel and family. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope that this is somewhat of a beginning or some sort of like start to maybe closure or justice. Sheehan, thank you so much for the super chat. Elizabeth, thank you for becoming a member. Mr. Bland, YouTube, I think I went to the same college as he did in PA. Oh, shit. Becky, thank you for the membership. Whoop, whoop, put him in the chair. After the headlines, thank you for the super chat. Says, excellent job, Mel. On behalf of the internet, I apologize to Dylan, Bethany, Jack D, Jack S, the fraternity, Adam, all the suspects, Jack K, Jack D, Jack S, A, K, D, X, Y, Z, D, A. No. All the people. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I know, we all the Jacks and Jakes and everything else. Hopefully people now will kind of let off of them. I always hope that when these situations happen, that like maybe moving forward, people will kind of slow it down and remember these past stories and past situations, you know? And people are always going to talk. People are always going to speculate. But, you know, what I mean is like to kind of be mindful or like they're putting people's addresses out or like, you know, straight out like the psychic lady speaking as a fact and like potentially putting harm to her and her family and their job. Ashley, thank you for the super chat. It says, Mel, DoorDash McCaffrey. I was trying to do that. For some reason I couldn't, but I'm going to take a little break here. I'm just going to go get it. I'm going to go to the gas station. Great job on this case. You're amazing at what you do. Thank you, Diane. Go get a coffee. Great job, Mel. Thank you. Beckfist, did you try my Oh, I didn't. Beckfest, you're going to kill me. Did you try my recommendation of the French 75 yet? I haven't, and I will. It's on my list. I will, and I want to do it for brunch. Shelly, thank you for the 15-month membership. She says, Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. She puts hearts for them. Thank you. Andrea, super chat. Mad love you always on the truth, Mel. Have a blessed new year. Love, 100% love. Laura Bell, so happy for the families are getting justice. Thank you. Oh, the DNA stuff. Where did we hear about DNA? Is that what that was? Let me see on a second. Oh no. What did I do? Let me not do that. No, okay. Anything else? I saw I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong. You should already know I can't read, so don't take offense. Kimbrilia, thank you so much. I saw you in the chat earlier. You guys check out her channel. She does true crime. And I saw some positive comments about her. So her channel's in the description. If you want to check out some other content as well, check her out. I put her in the description. I also put that umbrella guy. Well, it disappeared. I don't know where he's at now. I had him up. But that guy's like the OG on the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard stuff. He's been covering that. He was in here earlier. That guy's dealt with a lot of crap. I think they're trying to like dox him and do all kinds of shit and like try to falsely call CPS on his ass and all kinds of stuff. So it's another good channel. I'm not even subbed. I'm sorry. God. But I've watched his videos and I've heard of him a lot during the trial. So I recommend check out his channel. Oh, look, it's me. It's me. So, SW4x4 Explorers. Now that that's been solved, do we honk MPD will press charges against JD Morse and Tarot Card Psychics? I doubt it, honestly. I really don't think they're gonna. Maybe they might not even see it's worth it. Yeah, Tug is. I follow him on. I think I follow him on Twitter, and so I keep up with this stuff, the shit that's going on with him on Twitter. But definitely a legendary guy on that whole story and situation. They're trying to come for his ass, weren't they? Heather Key or Kate, thank you for the super chat. Says Mel, thank you for all you do. You're the best. Now go get some coffee. Take a break. I am. It's not gonna make much of a difference, but I am. All right, I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. All right, love you. Take a break. 2 minutes later. Ready? No, we got like 20 minutes or so. And I think what I might do when we get back, I'm just gonna get a little organized. Maybe we'll take some calls. I'm gonna get a little bit of caffeine. And the thing is, too, man, if I gotta be on News Nation tonight, oh boy, Lord. Okay, so I'm setting up the stream, so it's gonna take you guys over there. The other live is set up, so just hit notify me. Hit notify me over there. This live is set up. Also, check out Data Seal if you want. If you want to check out the channel sponsors, check out Data Seal. Check out Swagit. The apps, the links are in the description. Data Seal is a service that like removes your information from these data brokers online that are selling all your name, your address, date of birth, like all this stuff that people use to look up people and dox and harass. You can use the link in the description if you're interested in checking them out. They have a free scan. And use promo code 5OFFALL if you're interested. And then also there's Swagit. I'm just doing an extra mention. This is not even part of anything really, but Swagit is the app that I'm on. That is a video app. You get swag bucks. You convert swag bucks to gift cards, which I've already converted $200 just of my own personal swag bucks. And it's an upcoming app platform that I'm going to be on there as well. So, but okay. Love you guys. Mel, you can read. I love you guys. Catch you in a little bit, all right? Bye. Bye. Adios. And let's see what's going to be at this press conference. No Friday call-in show until 2 a.m. Bro, I don't know. No, I don't know. Don't say that. No. All right. Love you guys. Bye. Do you? Okay, good. She said I like the way